Crazy wedding. Nobody liked it. Everybody hated it. They came to our wedding. We spent like 5. And it was just like we just had bottles at a park and we had all this stuff. And people just loved it, dude. It's a great way instead of doing a huge, giant ordeal instead of anything. And we're live, Kofi. Thank you for sneaking that in. That was fantastic in my personal life. We're talking grown men wedding things.
What's going on, people? Press Start Podcast, episode 42. We back. It's been a while since we had like a little traditional podcast like this. Glad to be back. Glad to be here with my panel. And we got a guest today. Like today I've been out of it, so I haven't really got time to invite more people, but I'm good with my boy Ran. Say what up, Ran.
What's up, everybody? I'm here to, take some pressure off Kofi. The switch being number 3 got to him a little bit.
Oh man! That's spooky.
So I'm here to, the damage control for Xbox. I guess wasn't Kid Smooth supposed to come too? Weren't we supposed to damage control?
Yeah, like I have some things going on right now that is to think about, just life shit. So, damn. But I'm a little depressed, but it's all good though. But we're gonna move on to J Main. Say what up, J Main.
Oh man, what's going on, everybody? J Main back checking in with the podcast, and no one man should truly have all that power, because even when they do, they still can't win NPD. But you ain't hear that from me.
Oh man!
Oh my shit! Oh, the shade! Oh my god!
Next topic, man. Next topic.
And we got my boy Jack. Say what up.
Hey, what's poppin', everybody? It's Jack Boo, man. The guru of Giddy Up. But you can also call me your pony commissioner.
Hey, we got a classic intro today.
There you go.
Really do
we get the real
that.
Intro, to be honest.
Oh man.
Well, you are Alex, man. No gamers, they don't deserve it. So
and we got Alex, the gayest guy I know.
The gayest.
The gayest guy I know on these internet streets.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Alex, and I give the right opinion every time. I am your favorite Press Start Podcast member. You know it, you love it, you absolutely positively hate it, and you love me.
Yo, man. Jack, Alex, what's up with all that talking, man, during our last stream, man? You're talking all freaking day.
Which stream? The Years of War stream?
He was drinking a little bit.
People were pissed. We're trying to enjoy PSX.
Okay, hold on. Let me
talking the whole damn time.
Let's really break it down for this, okay? Nobody fucking cares about those award shows or streams. Let's be real. They only come to hear us, right?
Nah, I think we want
those shows to hear
something
first of all,
from the people.
Everybody wanted me back for the Sony experience because that shit was absolute garbage. Let's be real.
But that was in 2020.
Yeah, but that was also
hindsight,
and the Game Awards is also terrible, except for maybe like 2 moments: the Kojima trailer and the "fuck you Oscars" moment. Everything else.
You know what? Let's just take it to the chat.
Oh no!
Does Alex talk too much? Yes or no?
It's gonna be a yes, absolutely.
Blame it on alcohol, man. Blame it on alcohol.
Blame it on the alcohol.
Yes.
Does Alex talk too much? Yes or no?
Jamie put yes.
They come for our personality. They don't come for the actual award show or trailers. Let's be real.
It's not looking good for you, Alex.
I remember the chat that night. People were pretty upset that night. I remember.
Oh, it was, and you know what?
And then your stream was ahead of ours, so you were spoiling everything.
I didn't spoil anything, by the way.
Oh no, you did.
What? There were no spoilers.
You spoiled Hellblade for sure on one of them. You're like Hellblade 1.
They say you talk more than Mooch, Alex.
Let's be real. Not only am I more eloquent than Mooch, I'm better than Mooch in every way. So please don't do that comparison. Mooch may be a household name, but so is Garbage, and it gets old too.
And we got Erica in the building. What's up, Erica?
Hey everyone, it's good to be back. The Switch gang took an L today. That was my prediction, so I was completely wrong. They did not win NPD. So, yeah, I don't know. We're going to talk about it, though.
Yeah.
I had a video prepared for Switch Gang, too.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah. I put something together on Vegas the other week. It was
using Vegas? Ew, why? Get to Premiere.
Nah, Sony Vegas lit. Chill.
No, get on Adobe Premiere. Let's grow up, kids. We're moving up here, okay?
Weren't they just on Sony Vegas and Humble Bundle for like $20?
Yo, you know, I went straight Black Sparrow. That's his name. Jack, or is it Black Sparrow or Jack Sparrow?
www.pirate.me.
Yeah, I turned into a pirate when it came to Sony Vegas, yo.
But
I
you
know
can
a lot
do
of
that
us did that too.
but
So
with Premiere, you could do
don't
that
judge
too.
me. I turned into a straight pirate.
Oh man.
That's spooky right there, Kofi.
Let's start off with net neutrality. Neutrality. That's how you say it, right? Neutrality.
Yeah.
Yo, this thing was freaking trending wrong. Like it was spelt wrong. Did you guys bag that?
Yeah, people really can't type on the internet. I mean,
Yeah, like the hashtag was spelled
Neutrality?
wrong. Yeah.
They got me a couple of times. I had to delete my
Neutrality.
tweet
I
like
saw
twice.
that. I saw all your
I tried to
deletions.
click the damn the
people
trend.
you gotta like reread your tweet before you send it and like spell check. All right, is everything okay? Let me just make sure.
Yeah, so they put an edit button.
Neutrality. Yeah, so let's talk about this net neutrality real quick. Do you guys, Alex, you tell us tell the people what net neutrality is.
So basically, it's the idea of having an actual free and open internet where a lot of telecom companies like Comcast, Time Warner, et cetera, they cannot. From the part that I have an issue with is that they can't break down the internet and sell it to you piecemeal. So you can't have a package for Facebook, you can't have a package for gaming, you can't have a package for Netflix. Once you buy the internet access, you gain all of the internet. And that's really where a lot of the competition and people are really saying is the issue that happened before with Netflix and Comcast, where Comcast was throttling Netflix until they ponied up and paid until everybody exposed them. That was really happening. So that's really a big fear that's been going on. And if you think that's kind of bullshit, check out a screenshot from what Portugal deals with, where they also split like the social stuff like Twitter, you got to pay for separately. You got to pay for YouTube separately, and Netflix, you got to pay for Facebook separately. And then it just becomes like basically black bond booty boxes for the internet. Let's be real. That's really what happens. Yeah.
Jack, what's your thoughts on this?
I mean, if we lose net neutrality, which basically means every website will be treated, equal, we fucked. Like it ain't no way around it. Like Alex just said, they're gonna start charging separately for shit. Where they had the ability to start charging separately for shit. At first, they probably not gonna do it, but they gonna start seeping it in. Y'all already know how these companies do, bro. I already don't fuck with Comcast, so if they do some shit like this, man, I might become a hermit, bro. I don't know. I might start like other things. I don't know.
I seen some people say, people are overreacting. And yes, look, when this shit goes down, it's not gonna be like a change right off the bat, but they're slowly gonna, build up to it. Next thing you know it, then we're looking back at this and shit like, yo, how do we get this far? We're in way too deep. Because if you really take it in how like microtransactions and loot boxes started in full price retail games, it started off as little things like cosmetic items, and all y'all brush that shit away. It's just cosmetic, man. Who cares? It starts off like that. The next thing you know, they're throwing in other shit. Next thing you know, a game's fucking pay to win. So you give them an inch, they take a mile. So it's crazy, the potential scamming these guys can do with net neutrality gone. So it's actually really scary stuff. I watched a couple of videos on this stuff, and it's really, really spooky. And it won't hit you right away, but over time, you're gonna see that mans are getting fucked for real. And we got another guest up in here. You want to introduce yourself?
Alex.
Oh, I don't think you got a
Yeah, he might be
Alex.
setting up.
Oh man.
Okay.
He just got
I don't
one.
think you got it.
Can I read the best comment I've read so far in the chat, please?
What's that?
The internet companies will give you the slow stroke.
Yeah,
That's accurate. They ain't lying.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good one.
I'm gonna allow the gay analogies for today. I'm gonna allow the gay analogies for today. First they're gonna start with just the tip.
There you go. Come on, bring it in, Kofi.
They're gonna just start with the tip. Next thing you know, it's full blown. All right, let me just chill out.
They're gonna give you the whole kit and caboodle.
Let me follow.
Around the internet.
Let me follow that.
There's a good video. There's a good video about this though. I think J-Main, you shared it.
Oh yeah.
On Twitter, where it's like a video perfect for gamers, just to like understand and put it into perspective. It's basically like micro transactions that could be going on. Like you want to use Twitter, you got to pay this extra money. You want to use porn, you got to pay more. It's it could turn
I
into
made the
that.
joke about downloading all the porn you guys watch, and
Yeah.
maybe I'm not joking. Maybe I'm really doing that right now. I don't know. I'm just saying, right? I have a couple of terabytes on my hard drive. I'm gonna fill them up.
Yo, but this shit's actually really, really fucked up. And currently, you know, Canada, you guys know where, obviously that's where I'm at. Our laws actually, like, you know, protect net neutrality. Even Canada doubled down on them. There was like an article recently that I read that, you know, they're doubling down on them. But the simple fact that the states, you know, it might be getting rid of net neutrality could affect Canada in some way still, even though we still have net neutrality, which is kind of spooky, you know. So like this affects everybody, you know, like US websites. This affects everybody. It's some scary shit, dog.
Dang.
It's crazy.
I mean, the good thing is, like, there's a lot of senators that are coming forward, like, hey, we're gonna fight this, you know, within our state. Like, I know California is one of them. So I was like, okay, cool. So it's not over, you know. This is just a battle that's lost. You still have the war. So
yeah.
And there are states that are suing the FCC.
Yeah, exactly.
But also this has to also get sent through Congress, and it has to get passed as a law before. Not a law. I may be totally wrong about this, but from what I know is that it does have to go through a few things before it can actually pass, where the repeal actually happens. Excuse me. So it's not like the work is done yet. You still have to contact your congressman. You still have to contact people, let them know, hey, look, like, do what you got to do, get out there and contact who you got to contact, because you need a free and open internet. Like, I needed to do my job every day. And if we all become big on YouTube or big on Twitch, that becomes our job as well. And so you have to do what you got to do to protect your paycheck and put food on the table. So
this is some like a cause worth, you know, actually fighting for and paying attention to. Like, we're all internet dwellers here, so this actually, you know, I support people really fighting for this, and I think we all should, even if you're not from the state, you still could show your support, you know, tweet this out, spread the word, because I actually just learned about net neutrality maybe just 2 months ago, so which is crazy. I'm glad that I know about it now, so I could spread the word and, you know, maybe inform some people about it too. Ryan, what's your thoughts on this whole net neutrality thing?
I think, like Erica said, it's not over. I see a bunch of states are suing the FCC over it. But I think the broader issue is one that your vote matters, people, because, and I don't like talking politics, but if the current president we have wasn't our current president, this would never have happened. So, you know, if people got to do the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he vote, you know, you voted in the Trumpster, and he appointed the FCC leader who wanted to do it. That's it, man. There you go. If it was Hillary Clinton, this wouldn't be going down. So your vote matters. I hate when people say all the political candidates are the exact same. This is an example of, well, it's not true. So net neutrality is important. And I agree that they're not going to change anything right away.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, like I see a couple of people, you know, hit me up on Twitter saying that, like, people are overreacting. This won't do nothing. Like, yo, you don't understand. These companies are absolutely greedy. You know, they want large profit margins as much as possible. Yo, if they have the opportunity to nickel and dime you, they'll get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, every chance that they get, they'll try to nickel and dime you. Every chance.
It won't change this year, but 5 years from now, what the internet might look like, it's gonna be
different.
spooky. Could be spooky.
And what makes it like crazy, like a difference from the game and stuff, though, it's like, even if Star Wars has these bad practices, you can go play another game. Like, a lot of like cities only have one option for internet. So like, if you're not happy with what one provider is giving you, you might have to like up and move just to, like, you know,
that's
support something that's doing the right thing. Like, it's crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah. So spread the word. Be aware.
I do want to just add in one more thing. I know, you know, the whole Disney buying Fox thing today, right?
Oh man,
I hate the fact mega corporations are just getting bigger and bigger, right? Like, I think that's going to be an even bigger problem in the future. But hey, I guess everyone's excited for their stupid Marvel movies.
Yeah.
They don't realize that they own like Fox and ABC now, but
it's like, oh, at least Doctor Doom could be the villain in Avengers.
It's like really,
someone inform me about that. Like, what's going on over there? Like, what happened?
Disney's basically going to own everything at some point.
Didn't they buy Hulu too? I think Disney on Hulu now.
Yeah, well now you know what they're going to use for their streaming service.
Yeah, exactly.
They're going to launch.
Oh,
They're gonna be bringing Hulu to the Disney streaming service. There you go.
Yeah, basically, Disney just bought like 21st Century Fox.
Yeah,
Yep.
they own The Simpsons, King of the Hill, all that shit. Gotham.
Avatar.
Yeah,
too.
I heard that they're trying to start their own like Netflix streaming services.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's true.
For Disney. Yeah.
Yeah, for Disney, right?
Yep. And that includes everything that we were just naming. So
Okay. So, yo, why is this a bad thing again?
well,
They
it's
own
not.
like half the
So the
fucking
problem
things
is,
on TV now.
Kofi, what you're looking at is something called an oligopoly, right? It's not a monopoly. What it is, it's multiple businesses that have combined to make multiple smaller businesses. So instead of having like 10 competitors, you now have 3. But those 3 competitors now all work with each other to maintain the market and dictate it. So since Disney now owns ABC, they own Hulu, they own Star Wars, they own Marvel, they own Fox,
ESPN,
they own
Fox
ESPN.
Sports.
Yep.
They own basically one of the largest major news corporations now, if I'm not mistaken. They own a ton of just copyright policy and just copyright material laws and things like that they have in place now. So you'll be dealing with Disney for quite some time. The thing is, they own so much and their back catalog is so big. It's not like Netflix can go up to them and say, hey, put your stuff on Netflix. They're going to say, no, if you want to see Disney stuff, you got to pay Disney the $10 a month instead. So instead of shelling out all the money for the cable companies, they're just going to put it on their own network more than likely and just do it on their own, cash in 100% of the profit. So if you want to watch ESPN, buddy, you better sign up for that Disney network and watch Mickey Mouse walk across around the horn. Because that's what's gonna happen.
I just realized that means they own Fox Sports and ESPN. That's crazy.
Yep.
Facts.
Monopoly, man.
Ball on Sunday nights and Monday, say hello to the Disney Channel.
It's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. But hey, X-Men and Marvel cinematic.
That's the only thing people care about. It's like there's gonna be like
It's
there's gonna be like
priorities.
3-4 movies. Like they finna own half the fucking TV industry.
That's what you do. You know, you get them hyped about those movies, and then you fuck them on top of that.
You're just like, oh, aren't you excited? The fact that now, who is it?
It's a distraction. I lie. It's a
Yeah,
distraction.
like, what's the newest Disney princess that they're gonna add to the collection now? Because it's not now it's Princess Leia, and now it's who else now?
I don't know.
Is Elsa a princess from Frozen? Whatever.
Yeah, she's a Disney princess. So now it's just like all this stuff that is keeping it throughout there, and they're just gonna be like, oh, wouldn't it be great if so and so was a Disney character and the crossover for Kingdom Hearts? It's like you're really that's what you fucking
Simpsons and Kingdom Hearts. Let's go.
that's what we're saying.
They'll end up
dead.
buying Disney will end up buying Warner Brothers, and they'll buy DC Comics. Disney will end up eventually owning everything.
This is what's crazy, right? People in the chat saying TV dead. However, that might be true, but guess what? Like Alex just said, and whoever just said it, Netflix. Do you know how many Fox shows on Netflix that are not gonna be there after this, bro?
Yep.
Like y'all still getting fucked, bro. Y'all not even realizing what's going on around y'all. Same thing with Amazon. They buying Whole Foods and Twitch, and they tried to buy fucking YouTube. Like, bro, it's getting bad, and y'all not seeing it.
Yeah.
It's called an oligopoly.
Yo, Alex number 2, are you here?
He's having mic issues.
Oh, he's having mic issues?
Yeah, he can't figure it out.
Oh, so a correction. The chat is correcting me. Disney does not get Fox Sports or Fox News. That's correct.
They get
They-
Fox.
they
They get
are-
the Fox regional though. They don't get Fox News or Fox Sports, but they get the Fox regional
I
channels.
see.
Yeah. Thank you for the
majority
correction.
owner of ESPN though.
Thank you.
That is
Yeah.
true.
I do not mind being corrected, everyone. It's totally okay. I'm not like other podcasts. Weapon
Either way, them
that
games
don't like
are-
being
They
corrected.
already throwing shots.
You know, 20 years from now, we're going to be calling movies Disney's.
Exactly.
Yep.
Facts.
Right?
And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna put them in the Disney vault. So you have to buy them when they come out, or else you'll never be able to buy them again because they're limited edition.
Wow, man. The world, man. It's becoming a spooky place,
It's
man.
like capitalism. Summed
Yeah.
up.
It's
Hey,
better than
Silver
it's better than
Surfer and
Power.
Galactus,
Trust
man,
me.
in the MCU. That's all that matters.
Yeah, man. Yo, low key, yo, we all have to just, turn into hermits and just live in the bushes. How it's looking at right now.
The world's gonna be fucked in a couple of years.
We're
You
gonna
know,
have to be- we're gonna have to
brick
do
and mortar
something.
stores are dying, physical stores are dying. So you the only place you're gonna be able to buy shit is off the internet. But guess what? The internet gonna have
They gonna have no net neutrality.
So you know what that means? We're gonna have to go
Be
back
fucked
to
all
brick
the
and
way around.
mortar.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, let's move on to another topic. Let's talk about the Game Awards. So we streamed that. That was our last, podcast special thing that we did. I just wanna recap it. Erica, let's start with you. What did you think of the Game Awards overall?
Overall, it was too long. I think they
Facts.
could have shortened it by at least like an hour.
Yeah.
The movie trailers could have not been there. But other than that, I was happy with, you know, some of the winners. I was happy Cuphead got a few things. Hellblade. What else? Neo got nothing, which I didn't appreciate.
Should have won action game, to be honest.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it should
mind, but I
have.
think Zelda won that, but whatever.
I mean, it's for combat, like that.
Yeah.
That alone. But
Yeah, I
other than
agree.
that, trying to remember, we were in there for a minute.
Yeah, yo, I felt
Um,
like we was in there for.
How about the announcement?
Alex talked a lot.
I drank a
He
lot.
spoiled some things.
How about the announcements? What do you think?
Oh, the Bloodborne possible thing. That
It's
was.
not-
I have a
it's
video
not
on
Bloodborne.
that. Alex, stop it.
It's actually
No,
gonna.
but,
It's so people saying it's an old PS2 game that they came out with.
People are
that
saying it's
From Software had.
Tenchu or
I just
Tenchu
wanna
or
know.
So
whatever.
Tenchu was the idea, but it's gonna be another old game because the sound that it makes is the same sound.
Oh,
as
I
the
heard
other
that.
game. Yeah.
What's
So
that
I think it's
game
gonna
called?
be that. It starts with a K, I think. I have to double check.
Kuon or something.
Someone in the chat will
something-
probably
Something like
tell
that.
us.
I think it's Kuon. But yeah, there's that too. There's a lot of possibilities. So I definitely want to know more about that. But overall, it was, I think it was better in some ways and worse in other ways because I just felt like it dragged too long.
How about that Soul Calibur announcement, though?
That was
Excited
cool.
for that?
That was cool. Yeah, I used to play that on Dreamcast back in the day.
Awesome.
Not much sense, but I'm happy for it.
Jack,
yeah.
what did you think?
Overall, I would say, me personally, it was some boring shit. You know what I mean? But it was an improvement over last year's awards. Some games I would like that won did not win. So Horizon Zero Awards. Shout out to them.
Oh my god.
We gotta talk about that after we
Shit
get through everybody.
crazy, man. They had some decent announcements. I thought they was gonna announce a lot of bullshit. They kind of did, but they did announce some stuff that people's hype for. Soul Calibur. They showed, Death Stranding. So it was an improvement. We got the dude saying "fuck the Oscars." That was lit. Rocking with him. So, yeah, it was a decent show. It was definitely too long. They had a lot of pointless shit. A tribute to Overwatch, like they done passed away. Like, no, we don't need this right now. Okay, I'm tired. But other than that, it's cool.
J-Man, what do you think?
I really liked the show. Some of the premieres were really good. Contrary to everybody else's opinion, I liked what I saw from Death Stranding, even though it wasn't gameplay. But I'm still a big fan of trailers just showing you what the world is about, even though you don't really understand it. But it's just interesting. Again, the awards, a lot of them were aligned with my predictions, especially Game of the Year. But the disrespect for Horizon was definitely was crazy. It was crazy. First, not to win nothing. I thought that was blasphemy. But again, that's somebody else's opinion. So, yeah, and it was too long, just too long. I know he's like, it's hard because he puts together that show himself, so he has to pay the bills, he has to get all those ads in there and stuff like that. But if any way possible he can find a way to shorten that up, I think it'll be here to stay, and it's something that's getting better year over year.
Let's go with Rand. What do you think of the Game Awards?
Well, I was wrong. I said Comcast would wait years to do something. I'm already getting throttled now, so this is great.
Oh man.
Yeah, I feel like I'm also getting throttled now too. To be honest,
I normally get 75 down. I'm getting 2.
What the fuck?
Yeah, awesome. I thought the Game Awards was the best it's been. I mean, that's not really saying much because it's been pretty bad the previous years. But
Yeah, we hear you.
There
What's
you
up?
are, Alex.
Finally.
the other Alex.
The Alex. Okay, we gotta call you Alex number 2. All right.
Oh shit!
All right.
I want to
cool
do
with
an intro real quick.
All right, my name's Alex. I was at the Game Awards also, and I just want to thank Kofi for letting me be on the podcast today.
No problem, man. No problem. All right, Ryan.
oh yeah, so I mean, I thought this show was pretty good. I think it's the best they put on. It went a little bit long. I thought it could be shortened up. I don't like the idea of just coming back and being, by the way, we just gave away 5 awards and let's go on to a new trailer.
Yeah.
It's just like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And I really was looking forward to PUBG winning Game of the Year, not because I think it's Game of the Year, because I wanted to see everybody cry about it on Twitter, and I was denied that. So
Man.
I wouldn't have minded if PUBG won either. I would have laughed about it.
Oh yeah, I think all of us would have laughed because I think we're all pretty much the kind of
Like, we
people
don't
like
really
look
give
at
a
him
shit, yeah.
cry.
that would have been so great.
I'm sorry. I know it's somebody else's opinion, but fuck that. Nope. No, fuck that shit. It's not a finished game.
I know Jay.
No, we agree. No, we agree with that, Jay, man. It's not a finished game, that it shouldn't be game of the year. But man, wouldn't it have been fun?
Yeah, some people. Yeah, I
That would've been
kind of
laughing at
like seeing
me.
people rage. You know, I kind of like seeing people rage on the internet.
Like you was last night on Gears? Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
You have to take it there. You have to-
I can't even say
No,
anything.
listen. I'm
That's a beef thing,
Hold
that's
up.
a beef
Let
thing.
me get in between. Kofi had a 14-hour shift. He didn't have any coffee.
Damage control. Okay.
No damage control
right.
for me.
Okay, damage control.
No,
Coming
that.
into the
You all
ring.
right? You
Well,
can't
since we're
blame a
on the topic
man
of Gears.
who worked a 14-hour shift, okay? Get no coffee, get no sleep, and then try to play Gears. You gotta blame everything on Gears.
No damage control for me. I don't need no damage control. Listen.
Kofi,
Wasn't we
the
talking about the Game
game.
Awards? Can we get back on
Listen,
topic?
All right, yeah, we'll get back. We'll get back.
We'll get to
I'll
Gears.
save it.
We'll
I'll
get to
save it.
Gears.
I'll save it. Because I know me and Erica got a lot to talk
Yeah,
about.
we have a
And
lot to
Jay,
say.
man, I'm pretty sure you and Alex too have a lot to talk about, especially how we were dropping out of games like every 10 minutes.
Man.
So we're gonna save that.
It was just
Yeah,
a
it
bad
was
night for Gears.
We're gonna save that.
First time I blue screened in 7 years. I got a blue screen of death in 7. It's been 7 years since I had my PC. The first time I had a blue screen of death was playing Gears.
Yeah. So Alex, Rand, did you finish up?
I thought a lot of great games won. Cuphead, Hellblade, What Remains of Edith Finch. So a lot of my personal favorites picked up some awards, and I'm looking to see how Jeff improves upon it next year. Because I think they're going in the right direction.
Yeah. And Alex, what did you think? You were fucking talking the whole time, so you probably have no opinion because you.
So
You didn't even hear the
I
show.
think it is now guaranteed that we should all drink during those Game Awards. To be honest,
Everyone
it
was
was hilarious.
Nah, fam.
I'm very excited. I'm really hyped for Death Stranding. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't care. I just want to get really high and play that game. I'm very excited for Bayonetta 3. I think Fuck the Oscars was an amazing moment.
I met him. He was hella chill afterwards.
I feel like he is that guy all the time.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, I figured that's right.
Right, doing cocaine
So,
right in the
I think everything else, though, I think like everything that is video game related, it's cringy, it's shit. Nobody gives a fuck about anything but trailers, and then there was nothing else to see. You came for Press Start Podcast, you got Press Start Podcast. Stay fucking happy about it, okay?
Yeah. Let's hear from Alex number 2. Alex number 2, what did you think of the Game Awards? You were actually there, right?
Yeah, I was there. I also went to the after party.
How was it?
It was pretty lit. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was kind of like a E3 show at times. Like they took some parts from Sony's like orchestra, which I thought was pretty good. And they added like those trailers and stuff like that to get people hype and not boring. But at the same time, you get that also from E3. But what's unique about it was also the awards and how they present them. So,
how was the energy in there since you were there? Were people excited to be there?
Oh, yeah, people were excited when Death Stranding trailer like came on. People were like, they were loud at first, and then everything was dead silent. You couldn't hear anything. If you dropped like a pencil, you could probably hear that. But after that, it was pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, Kojima, man.
So yeah, you were there. So I have a feeling like when you're actually at these events, you have like a little bit more fun than actually watching it on the internet because you're actually in it.
Yeah, that's
the
for
atmosphere. So it's I'm pretty sure you probably had a good time there. But as for the announcements and things like that, were you happy with what they showed?
Oh, definitely. I was hoping for like a little bit more Death Stranding because that's the game I'm more hyped for. And I did get a little bit, and we did get to see like a little synopsis and gameplay, or the gameplay that might happen in the game. And pretty much explain like a little bit gist of it. So I'm also thinking it's gonna be a Bloodborne 2 game. So I'm on Erica's side. I'm hoping for that.
I hope you're right.
But there's a lot of Tenchu fans that are saying like the saying that was in the trailer was from Tenchu, so I'm not sure.
Yeah,
it could be anything from what we know.
Yeah,
but definitely the orchestra was hella like
was
really good. Yeah, it was really good.
I love at the end when they had like all the Game of the Years, the nominees, and they did music from each one. That was cool.
Yo, remember we're sitting there waiting for PUBG's music. Like, what's it gonna be?
I know. We're like, does it have
Like, what the
music?
heck? Like, does PUBG have music? Like, yo, we play that shit so much. You're like, yo, I can't remember it.
The lobby screen.
The lobby screen.
I think it is the lobby.
Mario was gonna win because like they paid mad attention to that Mario song. That song is lit though, but it was up there for
Yeah, the singer came out and everything.
It is a great track.
Mario got game of the year. Like, nah.
Yeah, man.
I was surprised did Mario versus Rabbids win anything?
Actually,
It
I
got
think it
the
did.
best
Best strategy game, right?
Strategy.
That's crazy. Halo Wars 2 took a L to Mario Rabbids. Ryan, how you feeling about that one, man?
Oh man.
Ooh.
About Halo Wars 2?
Halo Wars 2 losing the Rabbids, bro.
Oh man,
What's your
it
opinion on
hurts,
that?
dude. I'm surprised I can even be on this show talking right now. I need to go lie down.
How much sleep you lose over there, fam? I know it was a lot.
You know, Kid Smooth had to go lie down. That one, no Kid Smooth.
He was making that
Yeah,
sound.
but Kid Smooth would be like Cuphead. Cuphead, beat out Horizon Zero Awards.
Oh man.
Wow.
That's what
All
Kid
right,
Smooth would say.
let's get straight into the business. Let's talk about Horizon, dog. Let's talk about this Horizon. All right, so for the people who don't know, Horizon walked away with nothing. Absolutely nothing. So, Horizon got a new nickname, Horizon Zero Awards. How y'all feeling about that?
That's hilarious.
Pretty funny, actually.
I actually
Clever
think it's
too.
quite jokes, to be honest. Look, Horizon
It's
Zero
just
Dawn.
jokes.
It's a great game. Definitely one of the best new IPs to drop this generation, right? But it got bodied though. It got bodied, and I don't really feel too bad because Horizon Zero Dawn, like, to be honest, out of the games, like, out of Persona, out of Legend of Zelda, out of Neo, I feel like all those games are better than Horizon Zero Dawn in my personal opinion. So
I think if it came out any other year, it'd be different. Because this year was just there's so many games.
yeah.
And but I was still surprised, man. Nothing, not one award.
Damn.
I was a little surprised.
I'm just glad Hellblade won like awards. That's what I was happy about.
Yo, Jack, how you feeling about that, man? Because I know that's your personal game of the year.
Well, let's not get carried away. What I want to say is, I'm in my second playthrough, like 70% of second 100% playthrough, by the way, of Horizon, over like 130 hours. Great fucking game. I can't believe it didn't win a single thing. I originally voted for it to be my game of the year. I'm playing another game right now that might got something to say about that, Persona 5. But it was just I think it should have won something, man. Not best narrative or no shit like that. Probably best whatever what was it? Action
Best
game,
photo
adventure
mode.
game. One of them.
Okay, I wish I could pull back the categories that it was in so we can actually
I got it.
really.
It was in
You
a
got
lot
it? You got it up?
Yeah, I got it. Well,
All right,
of course,
perfect.
it was in Game of the Year.
Okay, and read out the nominations for me, please, Jamie.
Horizon Zero Dawn, Persona 5, Player Unknown Battlegrounds, Super Mario Odyssey, and of course, Breath of the Wild. What was that?
Okay, in my personal opinion, I feel like Zelda and Persona 5 are better games than Horizon Zero Dawn, in my personal opinion. That's just my personal opinion. Jamie, what do you think, though?
Breath of the Wild is still my game of the year. I didn't finish Persona 5 yet, so like Horizon is like 2 or possibly 3 for me in that category.
Yeah, I feel like Persona 5, to be honest, Persona 5 and Zelda are better games than Horizon Zero Dawn. I played all of them. It's just my personal opinion. What else categories?
Best game direction. We had Horizon, Resident Evil 7, Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, and Wolfenstein 2.
What won that one?
Breath of the Wild.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Was Zelda win?
Bro, like,
I didn't even pay attention. Alex was talking the whole time, so
I think it won 3.
The whole time. The whole time.
I missed a couple of things
Just
because
fucking yapping away, just talking the whole time, drinking my scotch. That's all I was doing.
Yo, so
Entertaining the masses.
So what won, J-Man?
Breath of the Wild won best game direction.
Direction. What was the nominations again? One more time. Sorry.
Horizon, Resident Evil 7, Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, and Wolfenstein 2.
Jack, what do you think about that? You think Horizon should have won that category?
Horizon definitely could have won that category. I mean, like, that's kind of a toss-up, though, because all them games got, pretty good direction, I would say.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That was the hard one. The hard.
Yeah, I think we were struggling.
I think you gotta
especially
chalk
on
it
the
up to it was just in like tough competition this year.
Yeah,
it
there
was
was.
tough competition. Yeah. What else, J-Man?
Best narrative: Hellblade, Horizon Zero Dawn, Near, What Remains of Edith Finch, and Wolfenstein 2.
Jack,
that one.
what do you think?
No. It should have won it. I
It
would
should
have
have
gave
won, right? Best narrative.
it got a decent story, but like when I think about Horizon, I really don't think about the fucking story. I think about the gameplay, to be honest with you. So no, I wouldn't give it best narrative. To
Look,
be
the
honest with
gameplay in Horizon Zero facts because the gameplay in Horizon Zero Dawn is good, right? But the storytelling. Would you say the storytelling in Horizon Zero Dawn is great? Like it has great storytelling, though.
this.
I wouldn't call it.
I want to ask Jack since he has the most hours in the game compared to all of us.
I mean, it has like an interesting lore, and the story is intriguing. But at the same time, like you can play that game and not really catch damn near any other story if you just playing through it. So you kind of gotta go, search for the story a little bit. But yeah, I wouldn't give it best narrative. Honestly, I wouldn't.
Okay.
And I think if Edith Finch wasn't here, that's another thing. It probably could win because with Edith Finch, like everybody talks about how like walking simulators, they're about
That was
narrative.
a
all
really good
story.
one.
Yes, it's all story. Yeah.
So if that story is great, that I think it's gonna take it over Horizon.
So what won? I don't think I asked you.
Edith Finch won. Edith
Okay.
Finch.
I never got to play the game. I heard great things about the game. Ryan, you play that?
I love that game, although it's a game that Alex hates. Alex number one hates because
I'll walk into him.
it's a walking sim.
That is not a video game.
Oh,
But,
really?
Alright, yeah, we can get to that
the
discussion
nomination
today.
was for best narrative, and it does have the best story because, well, walking sim. I mean, what else do you have? If you don't have any,
Straight
you gotta
story.
have a good story, and that has a great one. So
Okay.
You should have that.
Any other categories, Jamie, that it was in?
Best performance, but that's more individual status, and I think
that's
that
it.
might be it.
Yeah.
Oh no, best action adventure game.
Okay, see, look, I feel like even Zelda didn't really deserve this award, to be honest, because Neo was in the category. I feel like Neo.
Nah, Neo wasn't in
No,
this
that was
category.
they're just action for
This
Neo.
is just yeah.
Oh,
Just
oh,
adventure.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
Action
a,
adventure.
It was like Horizon, Uncharted.
so what's the nominations for this one then?
Assassin's Creed Origins, Horizon, Mario Odyssey, Zelda, and Uncharted.
Wait, what won this? I forgot.
Breath of the Wild.
Again?
Voodoo Vincent.
Horizon should have definitely won.
Again?
it, though.
I think
Horizon
okay,
could have took that.
Best
Yeah, I think
action
Horizon could
adventure?
actually took this category because when it comes to gameplay, yes, in Horizon Zero Dawn, you definitely have a lot more options in terms of combat and gameplay than.
But I think when you read the description, it has to do with like traversing and puzzles.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And things like
Oh,
that.
no, honestly, from what I've
So
So
heard,
that
is
throws it
people-
off.
Yeah,
Horizon
like
is having
Horizon
puzzles
for that.
though. Like,
yeah, I think this was one of the descriptions where I was talking about
Mhm.
puzzles and shit like that. Horizon has no puzzles in it.
yeah, it didn't have no
Yeah.
puzzles.
It has no puzzles.
It does, but they're weak. It reminds me of the Watch Dogs 2 puzzles where you have to like connect the energy flows and then it unlocks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay, yo, if they're going by that description, then Zelda wins because obviously it has 120 shrines in the game full of puzzles for you to solve to get past. So if that's the category and the description, then I guess that's fair, bro. So Horizon Zero Awards, bro. It is what it is, bro.
They
Yeah,
should have
tough competition, man.
They should have had a
It is
better.
what it is. Yo, but
Maybe
Horizon
What'd you say,
Horizon won other awards and other shows though, like the
Yeah.
joystick.
Yeah, golden joystick. It won a lot of awards.
Right? It won a lot of awards. So hey, it won some awards.
Win
some
some, you
awards,
lose
so-
some, man.
win some, lose some. Yeah, facts.
I wonder
I'm pretty
now,
sure it got
like-
Game of the Year over there too, right, Jack?
Yeah, game of the year, best performance. I think a couple more. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's good. That's good.
I definitely see like Gorilla looking at, because I'm gonna be honest, like the open world for Horizon is kind of weak when you compare it to like a Breath of the Wild or like a Witcher 3. So I really do want them to look at those two games for the next, like for the sequel, so they can improve on that. I think that'll help it a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, my thoughts on the Game Awards. Long, a little too long. Like Rand said, I didn't like how they were kind of,
Yeah, it was long as fuck. I was about to sleep.
Yeah, I didn't like how they were kind of throwing in some awards, like quickly like saying them. Since what's it called, Alex was talking the whole time, I missed some of them. Right,
I didn't miss anything. To be honest.
I missed some of them. So
Really didn't miss anything. It's fine. You had a much more fun time talking with me. It's fine.
I will say it's definitely the best game awards that I can remember in terms of announcements, game announcements,
Yeah.
and things like that. What do we
Kofi,
get?
remember
we
the
got Soul
one
Calibur
year?
6?
Remember that one year that they had like the whole thing on the couch, and there wasn't like even really.
Yeah, it was trash.
Oh, yeah, VGX.
That's what.
Oh, yeah,
that's
that
what
was really
when
bad.
Reggie came out and announced Cranky Kong, and
That was the first year that Jeff Keighley was like, I think, paying for it himself.
yeah,
He couldn't afford no stage, and
complete-
he had to get a couch.
Yeah, it was complete trash. It was complete trash.
I really wonder how much they made, how much they spent this year.
Let's take in the announcements. Look, we got Soul Calibur 6. I don't know about y'all. I'm hyped as fuck for Soul
Trash.
Calibur 6. That's
you hype.
lit.
I gotta pick it up so I can.
That's super
Yeah.
lit, right?
It's
We
a
got
fun game.
Bayonetta collection coming to the Switch. I know, Jack don't like Bayonetta.
That was surprising.
I know Jack don't like
Oh, my bad. I'm
Bayonetta.
pulling my
pulling
luck.
up
My
over
bad.
I know
Oh
some niggas in here
my
don't like no Bayonetta because y'all be hating. You know, I know Rand fuck
Yeah,
with Bayonetta.
cakes.
That's why I fuck with Rand.
Yeah, Bayonetta 1 is a masterpiece. An action.
Yeah, I played that shit on
You heard it here
360.
first, folks.
Oh,
Yo, I
man.
played
Masterpiece.
Bayonetta 1 on 360 when it dropped. When 2 came out, I had to get it for Wii U. When Bayonetta dropped for Steam, bought it day one, beat that. So I just been a fan of this series. I just like action, high octane fighting games like this. You know, like action adventure games like this. This is my cup of tea. So the collection's coming to the Switch, which I actually been asking for this port. I've been like, yo, they should port Bayonetta over. I would definitely rebuy Bayonetta 2 on the Switch if they drop it. So it's coming. And, you know, they threw in a little surprise. Bayonetta 3 is on the way. So I'm definitely happy about that. So that was dope. Death Stranding, new trailer. We're all confused, but the game definitely looks super intriguing.
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy.
We already know it's a open world action game, third person action game. So I can't wait to see what it's all about. It's really crazy. It's really outlandish, but I definitely want to play the game. I'm super intrigued. What else? What else did they announce for new games? Oh, Sea of Thieves got a release day.
It's dead?
Really?
Yeah, it did.
March
Got a
20th.
release day.
March 20th, baby.
What the fuck?
March 20th. So that's a day one cop for every single person here. We all know we all cop and Sea of Thieves.
Absolutely.
Who's
not.
calling it as a complete dud? Like I think it's
Sea of
gonna be
Thieves.
terrible.
Yo,
I actually
actually,
think Sea of Thieves is going to be their biggest game. next year.
Alex, if you want to learn more,
The only game they
about
should
it, they,
I ain't like you haters out here. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I'm actually gonna get Sea of Thieves. You know,
But what about
I don't-
Crackdown 3, sir?
CSC.
I don't know.
Hating.
You need to walk the plank behind the game, Kofi.
Yo, but I'm
Walk
definitely
the
gonna buy
plank.
Sea of Thieves. I'm definitely gonna buy Sea of Thieves to at least give you guys my opinion on it. That's what I do. You know, I take
Oh,
the hits. So some people
you know
don't have to take the
Kofi's
hit.
gonna try to get that game at a flea market a week before it comes out. You know,
It's gonna be. It's such a. You know what? I feel like
I'm
it
so
is a very
confused. Yo,
old
Rand,
school.
okay, we
rare
got
game.
Rand in here. Rand has played the game in beta
Mm,
or alpha
yeah.
or whatever. Bro, what is the game
Steve's
about?
thoughts.
well, okay, so they just today released the progression system. They did a whole video about it, about what the game actually is and what you do.
I watched.
So, Alex, you know, if you're interested in learning more about,
You know what? I want to. You know
Check
what?
it out.
The chat
I
is
need,
saying
I need
that
to see that.
it's like No Man's Sky.
well,
Yeah, I need to see that video too.
so the
And,
progression system is like very cosmetic based. Like you do like quests for different companies that give you rewards, and it's all cosmetic based. So like the harder reward you do, where you got to fight the harder bosses, the cooler looking gear you'll get.
Mhm.
Loot boxes.
No, apparently
Yeah,
no.
they're-
Apparently,
Oh,
from what I
really?
understand, not no. Like
Microsoft
yeah.
is very, very smart if they do not put loot boxes in this game. That's
If
all
they
I
do
gotta
not.
say.
If
If
they-
they,
Bro,
if
that
they
game
not-
as a service is
if-
gonna have loot boxes, though.
if they
You
don't
think
put
so?
any form of microtransactions in that game, they're very, very smart. They're very, very smart.
But the new alpha or beta starts this weekend, so I might go back and check it out to see kind of what it, because I played it earlier this year for a few hours, and I was like, okay, I can see myself playing this for maybe 30 hours, but like that's, you know, I'm not looking for a 100-hour game, you know.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting though, Kofi, when you get it from the flea market a week early, but you won't be able to play it 'cause
Wow.
it's online.
Yeah,
only.
I'm actually gonna be playing it with everybody since I don't game on Xbox consoles like that anymore. I'm gonna be playing it the same day it dropped for everybody.
Right, well, because it's an online only game, so to be able to play it early, they're probably gonna have to whitelist you for like review purposes. You know, like how
Yeah.
they did for Halo 5. So like people who get it early, you know, from the store probably won't be able to play it. It probably
Yeah,
won't be available.
same thing happened to me back in the day with Destiny. I got the game early, thinking I'm like, whoo, Destiny 1. I got this shit
Yeah.
early. Came home,
But they got like
can't
they
get
got
into
single
servers.
player boats. So like if you don't want to be in a crew, you can just play by yourself and a single boat.
Bro.
I
Let me
heard
see
about that. I heard about that, but that seems like so unfair. You're gonna be in
Well,
a
no, the boat goes so fast though. So like, like the huge ships won't be able to catch the single scooter. So like, they're talking about ideas of like somebody plays by himself on the super fast boat, and while a team of 4 is going to get there's like treasure on an island, the guy who's on the single boat just goes up to their ship, jumps in, takes the treasure, and leaves and scoots out.
Okay, I got a question. I got a question
That
for you.
sounds lit.
Oh, let me
Yeah,
see.
but I got a question for you, Rand. So is the world huge or something? Like, is the open world like massive?
I mean, yeah, like from what we were playing, they said it wasn't the whole world, but it seemed pretty big. I mean, they're hiding a lot of stuff. From what they said, the original alpha was only 10% of the game.
Oh, so they're pulling up Breath of the
original.
Wild, just showing a little section. Because I'm curious too. So basically, I jump into this game and I'm gonna see other pirates as well, right? Is it
It's a
confirmed
persistent
how many
open world.
players in the server? Is it confirmed?
I
Like
don't
100
know.
players?
No, I don't think it's that high. I mean, this ain't no PUBG. You know,
So what's up?
I would imagine there's probably 25, maybe 30.
25
I'm not
players?
sure. I'm not sure of the number yet.
Like a few teams, I guess.
Or let me say this, coming from a Sony fan like myself, it definitely is an intriguing game. I would say so.
Mhm.
And from what I was played at E3, my first E3, it's definitely like a unique experience. You probably have to try like at a beta or alpha to like
Understand it. That's why I want to try it
I
myself.
tried to get in the beta thing and I couldn't get
Me
in
too.
there.
I feel like Sea of Thieves is one of those games that you gotta play to really like get it to see if you like it or not. You know. As for the graphics, what do you guys think about the graphics? I'm a fan of the graphics. I think the graphics actually look really good. Or am I the only one who thinks so?
kind of like Fortnite.
I mean, it look clean. It look like an Unreal Engine.
It's clean
4
though.
game.
It look clean. Like the water look clean. The graphics overall to me look clean.
Dude, the water is
The art's
ridiculous.
direction nice.
It's got the best water in games ever. Like, wait,
I think I might have to agree with you. The waves look really, really good in the game.
yeah,
really
and
good.
I haven't played it on the X yet because I only played it on the S. They have it updated for the build, but for PC, like Alex and you guys, I mean, you can just play it on your PC at like 4K, 120 frames if you want.
Yeah. Is it confirmed 4K on the Xbox One X?
Yeah, it's 4K.
All right, that's good. Is it 30? Likely, right? Or is it 60? 4K 60?
I'm not sure.
It's got to be 30 frames though.
I would imagine it's
I'm thinking 30.
If it's
I'm thinking
4K
30.
and like an open world type game,
Yeah, I'm thinking 30.
Yeah, but it's not really a competitive game. So I mean, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. I don't know. It's Microsoft has a lot of faith in this title. They are very high on it.
It's their baby.
And I think when they thought the March 20th release date, they were like golden. But then Ubisoft decided to delay Far Cry 5 to the month late. To
God of
basically
War
the same
rumor
week.
too.
Yeah, and then God of War is like
Right.
almost the same week, and A Way Out. It's like, man, there's a lot of games potentially launching.
Kuni 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't
That's
I don't really think that's really a big seller. Like I don't think that's one of the games that Sea of Thieves got to worry about. You know what I'm saying? No,
Well, I
not
mean,
that
you
game
but it would be
personally.
much better if there was no other games around.
Yeah, I understand. But at this point, like so much games are dropping. Like when is a good time to drop a game nowadays? It
true.
seems like every company is really like getting into turbo gear and shit, like really pumping out these games. If you're really taking in January, February, March, those months look really lit. We got Dragon Ball Fighters coming out real soon. We got Far Cry, like you said.
Monster
There's, like,
Hunter.
Monster
Monster
Hunter.
Hunter. So
Shadow
much
of the
game.
Colossus.
Monster Hunter.
Oh,
Ain't
yeah.
Red Dead
Shadow
coming
of
out
the
around that
Colossus.
time too? Like,
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I feel like
That'd be a bit-
as a
again,
multi-console owner, like I feel like there's gonna be no droughts in 2018. How it's looking, like no slow months. How it's looking right now, it's looking crazy.
They got Detroit too, right? Early
Rip
2018
backlog.
summertime still.
Spring.
or spring, yeah.
You think summertime's gonna be freed up?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think
Man, like
Spring
one big
coming
game.
out in summertime.
Okay.
You know what? If that God of War date's true, all you're gonna hear is just Sea of Thieves versus God of War forever.
Oh, of course.
Oh yeah.
All it's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
be.
Hey, you already know what's gonna be the big conversation, but we'll see if these is a big hit. It seems like Microsoft actually has a lot of faith in this game compared to their other games, though. So we'll see how it turns out.
I think the legs on Sea of Thieves are gonna be long, fam. I'm telling you. I think that whole like streaming the streaming.
Yeah, that's what really gonna
adventure,
change it.
a lot of people.
I want to see when people really get their hands on it. Like that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. I feel like it's one of those games that, like, yo,
So I'll share this little information with you, right? One of the reasons they shut down Fable Legends, right, was because people would play it for a game and uninstall it and never play it again, right? And the idea was to make money off the whales because it was that type of game, the free-to-play thing. But it didn't work. Everybody hated it. Even Microsoft employees didn't like it. They would play it once and they would uninstall it. And that's one of the reasons that led to the closure of Fable Legend, the studio and the game, the cancellation of the game. And I got this information from, I'm not going to say who, but the top. Difference between Fable Legends and Sea of Thieves is that Sea of Thieves sees engagement, like people log in to play and then they play the next day and then they play the next day. They're constantly having more people play, so they're seeing the engagement over time grow and expand. Where Fable Legends, it just was a deflated balloon. Like people, literally, people would play one game of Fable Legends and delete it, never play it again. People play Sea of Thieves and they invite their friends to play and they play it and they talk about it. And more people play it. So that's why I think Microsoft has a lot of faith in the title, is because it's like the exact opposite of what happened with Fable Legends.
Okay, once again, I got one last question. Is it basically you're hunting for treasure chests? Is that basically the game?
Well, that's not everything. I mean, like there's one group wants treasure chests, one group wants like you to collect like livestock, one group wants you to like beat bosses. There's like
bosses
a Kraken.
you know what you're saying.
Yeah, there's like supposedly a Kraken like raid where like everybody in the server has to like come together and defeat a giant Kraken and stuff. I mean, I don't know. It sounds like there's a lot to do.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a chance. You never know, it might actually be good. Like I said, as for aesthetics and stuff like that, I think the game looks good. I don't know how the combat's gonna be. Actually, I haven't watched too much gameplay of Sea of Thieves. I should actually really go check out the new trailers and shit. But yeah, that's coming out too, March 20th. So I'm gonna check it out and give you guys my opinion on it. All right, so let's move on. I think we pretty much wrapped up the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Let's move on and talk about PSX.
Oh, the sleeping?
Oh man,
You sleeping?
Yeah,
take a nap?
Here we go.
PSX, after Paris Games Week, Sony came out and said that, not to expect too, well, they ain't say not to expect too much from PSX, but if you read between the lines, that's pretty much what they said. And even still, I didn't have my hopes up, man. Like I said on Weapon Wheel, I was still disappointed, man. All I wanted was a goddamn God of War launch trailer, a release date trailer.
They were trashing him hella hard,
bro. We couldn't even get that, bro. They came out, basically they didn't have a keynote. They had a presentation, quote unquote, a little round table discussion with a whole bunch of developers that damn near didn't even seem to know what the fuck they was talking about their own games.
They said to the God of War guy that to take the Dreams game and use the contents of Dream to make that
I remember that. I remember that.
But yeah. Yeah, man, it was a whole bunch of fluff, you know what I mean? I guess it was cool for the people that was there, but as far as what I was watching, was not entertained, was not happy about the situation. We didn't get no
we didn't learn anything though. That's the funny thing though.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't get no updates, no all they had to do, bro.
Nothing.
Bring a new trailer to each game or bring a fucking 2-minute gameplay snippet of each. They didn't do nothing. What are you here for, dog? This shit was crazy. I was disappointed, bro.
Nothing.
Yeah. I was talking about this on my press start and chill that I was doing, and we got some people giving it some pretty high scores. Some guy said a 7 out of 10. I'm like,
what?
What's
Compared to what?
They rate on 100.
You're exaggerating. It wasn't that. Look, listen.
It was horrible.
I went into this just like Jack and just like probably everyone else, because we all were pre-warned that PSX is going to be different, right? But at least we're like talking amongst ourselves, thinking like, yo, God of War, at least release date. We know it's coming out early 2018. So I know me and Jack, especially maybe J May too, we all expected that, like, yo, at least they're gonna drop some release date for some of these games that are coming early 2018. Nope, nothing.
The dog ate him, they said.
The dog ate him. So that was
You know what y'all got? You know what y'all got? A bunch of couches.
We got a bunch of couches, some nice couches.
People talking.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
I think we got a couple of new VR games announced, right? We got VR games announced.
Are you excited for all that virtual reality?
No, I'm just saying we got a couple of VR games announced, and that's about it. But like the main things that we want to know about, like release dates on God of War, Detroit. We all know these games are coming early 2018. We didn't get no dates. Like that could at least made it a little bit better for me. If we got like a solid release date of God of War, Detroit, I would have been happy.
Yeah. Let me comment on the VR thing real quick, because on the show floor, I tweeted about this. There was a heavy presence for VR, like way more than last year. Alex too. I don't know if you went last year or not, but Yeah, there was way more indies last year, right? Would you agree? Because I felt like there was tons of indies last year.
Erica was there.
Yeah, I was there, and this year it was a lot of VR, like a lot. I was kind of surprised, like with how much was there.
There's good VR games too.
Didn't the headset do really well?
People really
Yeah, too
love
many.
it. Like I mean, it's good for Sony, you know, but for people like us who are maybe not into VR, it's kind of like, where's the other
Okay.
stuff, you know? So yeah, VR was heavy this year.
Yeah.
Just want to let you guys know that.
Erica, how was the cosplay?
Oh, the dude with his ass.
Man, let me tell you about this real quick. Okay, so I saw this Genji cosplay, right? From the front. I saw the sword and everything. I'm like, okay, there's Genji. Let me take a picture real quick. So I have my husband take a picture of us. He leaves. I'm like, thank you for the picture. He leaves, turns around. I'm like, whoa, like, I didn't even know that was back there.
He got his ass cheeks out.
This man had an ass lit
I had no
Genji.
idea.
So
The first thing she does. So the first thing she
Oh
does
my
in the chat is she
gosh.
goes, Alex, you got to work on your squats, man. Look at this.
I'm like, Alex, take notes. Look at this
So
dude.
for
there.
people,
Look at his
for
booty.
people who don't know what we're really talking about right now, so Erica was at PSX, right? There was a guy dressed up as Genji from Overwatch.
I didn't.
Right? So she took a picture of him. I guess he turned around and this man had his bare ass out.
It wasn't
He had
bare
his
ass.
bare ass
It was
out.
like
He
really- it was like-
painted and shit, or
it
some
was
shit like that,
leggings.
or spandex.
Yeah,
or
it was
some
like
shit.
really thin spandex.
So
But
you
on
see
with
that
my
bare
picture
ass.
See his fucking ass.
It was disturbing, man.
So like if he would breathe wrong.
Terrible.
What, Alex? What?
So what if he would like breathe wrong because you said it was really thin spandex?
Oh, if he like bent over wrong or something. I mean, who knows?
It would like turn see through if he bent over.
Yeah.
All right, so what happened at PSX about
I don't know if Alex too saw this guy, but he was.
Alex
I
would have
didn't know.
honestly loved this nigga, dog.
I know, yeah, fact.
Alex would have loved this nigga. You probably would have took a picture of him turned backwards.
All kinds of.
I like Jack. Yo, you would have. You
would've
would
been-
have
it would've
around
been
for the picture.
I would have been like, do it. Do a split.
You would told him make his knees touch his elbows?
Yes, Alex.
Show me the booty box. Come on.
And you know what? The security and all that. I don't know if there's like a high, you know, if they're really looking for dudes dressed like this or not. But maybe the security was like me. They just saw the front of him, let him in,
Yeah.
and like everything's a go. You know, like they didn't even worry about him.
Oh, everything was a go apparently.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was funny.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fan.
So J-Man, thoughts on the PSX? You actually streamed this. I was actually gonna stream this, so I'm glad you did, and I didn't, to be honest.
Take one for the team.
I had to get on my Alex and sip a little something during the stream because
There
that
you
shit
go.
was boring as hell. The stream definitely kept me awake. I seen that Kofi Game 3 pulled up, but man, I was just looking forward to the updates that they promised us, and we didn't get nothing. So
Man.
if they they definitely shot their load with their other two conferences, and it's gonna be hard every year if they're gonna have like 3
4.
shows.
Yeah, 4.
4? Oh yeah,
Yes, right?
right. Yeah, Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah, they stopped doing Gamescom, so they used to have more than that.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be hard to come to all these shows with new content, of course. But I thought it wasn't too much for us.
I expected.
Yeah, I think we understand though.
First
We all
part.
understand this though, right? Like we
Right.
understand they got 4 conferences in 1 year. It's a lot. Obviously, there's not going to be a new AAA game every time, and that's not why we're shitting on PSX right now. It's just that we didn't really learn about anything new for the games that are already announced. No,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
They just legit actually lied though. Like I'm not one of them people. People always complain. Sony don't show no release dates. They legit said we gonna give you updates on games that you didn't know. They
Right, I
did
got
not
that-
show any fucking update.
Yeah, we
I
didn't
got
get
the
any
link
updates.
right here.
That's
I'm
the
looking at
problem.
it, Jack. Right here in the comments, it says on Friday night we will have a special presentation with open remarks, special guests, and game updates to talk about.
Game updates.
Corey Barlog said the kid talked too much. We already fucking knew that. Where the update at, fam? Like what are you talking about?
They
did a
hiding
go-
that shit.
They did a Ghost of Tsushima panel for 40 minutes talking about how they made the trailer. I don't give a fuck, no. I don't care how the
I was
trailer
there for that
made.
panel too.
Come on,
That was a
bro.
good panel, actually.
No, fam.
Like I think stuff like the panels can be regulated to like side stuff if you want to watch it online later, but I don't think it should be the
Yeah.
main key part of the show.
Exactly.
It's a cool idea, but honestly, I also think that having how many shows? 4, right? 4 a year that they do.
Yeah, 4. That's a lot.
I think also they're spending a lot of money taking all that equipment and all those people to do 4 shows every year and try to come up with something. I think you might see them start cutting down to like 2 or 3, maybe 2.
What they need to do is honestly, they kind of did it this year with Paris Games Week and E3. They need to divvy up the games they're gonna show. Like, okay, this conference we're gonna show these 3 games. We just might, have somebody come out and talk a little bit, more extensively on there. We have a bigger third-party presence or indie presence, but you can't keep showing the same games over and over again. People already complain. They show a game twice, people up in arms. They fucking pissed off. So
well, they just re-repeated the Death Stranding trailer.
Right. And that's another thing. I think the Game Awards. I ain't gonna say it hurt it. Well, it definitely hurt it because people had already. They was banking on people not seeing the Game Awards because they was re-showing trailers and all that. But people had already seen it. Didn't nobody give a fuck.
Yeah.
That trailer was long as shit. I didn't realize it until I watched it again at PSX.
Yeah.
This trailer's long.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they came with new information, then I think people wouldn't care as much. If they came with new content of the games. That's how I felt about Microsoft's Gamescom too. Like, Microsoft's Gamescom was complete garbage as well. It's basically a repeat of their E3 as well. Showed the same trailers. And my issue with that was, the shitty people, actually in the live stream, they were completely whack. The Bozo controllers were annoying.
Oh my god, the
Bowl. I remember that.
I forgot about that.
They were selling them to you. They were like, "Look how cool these are."
It was like candy.
They came right and show like State of Decay 2 gameplay at their Gamescom. They actually came with new trailers like Forza at the time and other things. I think it would have been better, but they really, really copied and pasted. And Sony pretty much did the same thing, but just slightly better. I think the highlight of the whole show was Detroit. Detroit really showed off really good on stage during PSX. I think a lot of people were really interested after seeing that whole gameplay sequence play out. I think it sold a lot of people on the game. They should have done more of that. I was hoping for Ghost gameplay, Ghost of Tsushima.
That would have been
I guess
nice.
we gotta wait until E3 for that. But yeah,
Last of Us 2. They said E3 for gameplay.
Yeah. Let's go around and just give it a score and move on to NPDs. Jamie, what would you score it?
I'll give it a 4.
Jack, what would you score it?
Yeah, that sounded about right for.
Alex, what would you score it?
That is a 2 out of 10, sir.
Erica, what would you score it?
I'm gonna give it a 3 because I was there.
Damn,
And I was falling asleep. Yeah.
Me and
I was
Erica,
there.
great minds think alike. My score is exactly the same as yours. I give it a 3 out of 10.
I was
as
thinking
well.
about you, Kofi, with your blanket. I legit was thinking about you.
And I want people to
when I saw
participate
Kofi
in the
pull up a
chat
blanket
too.
and fall asleep, that's how I knew, and I was like, "This is a 2."
I want people to participate in the chat. Give us your scores of PSX, please.
I give it a 2.
Alex, what do you give it?
Yeah,
Alex, number 2. What do you give it?
I give it a 2.
Give it a 2?
And
he was there as well. So
He was there as well. Wow. And you're a PlayStation fan.
you know what was
Um,
crazy is like when the guy was up there for God of War and he was making all those jokes about the dog ate the release date and
They
all
were
this.
grilling him.
I don't know if the crowd by you was like this, Alex, but like everybody was like giggling and laughing, and I'm like looking around like, what is so damn funny? I was very annoyed. I was like, this is not funny right now. Like
they were like, "You're kidding, right? That's a fun joke." But we're
no, they were like legit having a good time. I was like, wait, where am I right now? Like, I don't know.
They probably just happy to be there. That's
Maybe. Maybe.
People say we hating on PlayStation today.
My
Huh?
black ass would have got kicked.
Oh,
out.
all of a
I
sudden-
love PlayStation, bro, and I'm here to
They say we hating on PlayStation. You see
Oh, now
some
we
days-
hate.
That
some
shit was
days,
Last
you
week
know,
we hated
we're-
Xbox. Week before we
Yeah,
hated
some
Nintendo,
days,
now we hate
you know,
PlayStation.
we
That means
hate
we're doing it right.
that shit trash, bro.
Today we hating on
I
PlayStation.
got 99 platinum.
This-
That shit was trash.
we're just talking about the on-stage thing, like because when you're on the floor, it's different.
It's different,
Like,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
there,
Yeah,
you're
we're
playing
talking about the live
games.
stream
You could actually
presentation.
meet them
Yeah.
after the panel. You can meet the
And there were
people.
people that was there that said it was bad. So what that mean?
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, it was just niggas was cheering for a fish falling on the ground, bro. We gotta put this in perspective. Like,
We got boned.
come on, man.
We got-
I can tell you
I
right
did
now.
get to play that though. Which was
The
awesome.
people playing Detroit, anybody in that crowd, they gonna get these hostages killed, fam.
Oh yeah, they definitely.
It was
They
right.
was cheering for the wrong. I mean, it worked, but damn, I was like, yo, they bugging.
I actually did play it though, which it was awesome, and I did get a different ending. So there's many different endings to those scenarios. So it's
Got the
I
little girl
played that
come
same
up the
demo
building.
too.
my guy, like I had him sacrifice himself. Like he pulled his body into the other one. They fell, and the girl survived. So
Holy
it was,
shit!
it was
Oh.
pretty cool. Yeah.
When are you guys gonna stop playing David Cage games?
Alex, we're gonna have to buy you.
No, the game looking alright though.
buy
Man.
you
It's
a
looking
skin.
alright, Alex.
No, it's
Oh,
actually
man.
looking really good. I'm really
Yeah, it's
interested
looking
in
alright,
it.
man.
I'm really interested
Just,
in Detroit.
I mean, I played Heavy Rain. I gave him a shot, but don't.
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain was actually good.
No.
If it wasn't for my game being broken, I would actually finish the game. But my game.
Oh,
actually,
it was good, but if it wasn't broken, it'd be great. I finish it.
I would have finished it. Yeah, because I got so far, my shit broke.
I would have played if I ain't know the end, and I had already knew the
Alex,
end.
what you played on?
I have a PS3.
It wasn't broke on PS3, fam.
I mean, like my save file is jacked up on my PS4.
On
It's not a PS3, it's on PS4 too.
That's why I didn't finish it. I actually got really far too.
That game, David Cage is a hack.
All right, we ain't getting into all of that. All right, Rand, what's your thoughts on PSX and what's your score, real quick? I don't think we heard from you.
He go.
Great score, Rand. Oh, Rand is asleep.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, he asleep.
He said I fell asleep because of Sony conference.
Not enough Xbox.
Not enough Xbox. All right, we'll go on and talk about November MPD.
Oh boy.
Oh snap.
Whew.
All right, so J May, my numbers guy, break it down for me, please.
All right, let's break it down. PlayStation whooped that ass. All right, they came through with the 199 PS4, and goddamn, the leak came out last week, so it was kind of spoiled for me a little bit. But they ended up selling the most units for November with the PlayStation 4. Xbox, we can't, totally dump Xbox because they did have the most revenue as far as hardware goes. So when you combine the $500 true 4K console,
the shit was fucking $900, and it was $600 here in Canada, almost $7. Of course, they made the most money.
When you combine that with the 189 Xbox One.
Oh, Ryan, you back?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, it's somebody.
All right, no problem. Quickly, PSX thoughts, score.
I got in trouble for saying it was a waste of time, but all I wanted was a God of War release date, and I didn't get it. And the rest,
Don't worry.
We all wanted. Why we all
Same
wanted?
boat.
Ray, who'd you get in trouble with?
Dark Cloud.
Oh, the game
He was feeling it.
He's a PlayStation man.
He's a tech guy, so they like sitting in circles and
Dark Cloud, my homie, but he can go fuck himself for that one.
I mean, I'm sure it was awesome for people there. It was just boring to watch on, YouTube.
No, it wasn't awesome. It was not awesome.
It wasn't awesome.
We were there.
Soul aside though, Erica, what up?
Yeah. All right, so we're talking about MPD now, and J May's gonna break down the numbers real quick. So you want to continue?
Yeah, I was just getting on Xbox. They had the most revenue as far as hardware goes with the $500 Xbox One X and the 189 Xbox One S. Switch game, we took that L, fam. It's clear that they came in last. No damage control there. It seemed like it sold pretty decent, but the crazy thing about this list right now is that it's actually the exact opposite of what I originally thought November was going to look like.
It's like a flip, right?
Yeah, it's a flip. I thought Switch would be first, Xbox second, PlayStation third. It's actually the other way around. So
yeah, I think that's what all of our predictions were pretty much early on. But as soon as Sony came out with that 199 PS4, and for like the whole week it was number one on Amazon, I'm like, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I had to make a video one time and switch it up. PS4 won this. PS4 won this.
Yeah. But yeah, just it's interesting though because a lot of people hyped up the power for the Xbox One. I gotta say it, man. That's not it. I've been telling y'all that's not it. It's not.
We gotta get to this. We gotta get to this because we got Rand here for that, man. We gotta talk to Rand about this. Look, when was the Xbox One X revealed? Like 17 months ago.
Yeah.
Right. So for 17 months straight, Rand. 17 months straight on Twitter, all I heard was power, power, power. The beast is coming. The beast is coming. Hype, hype, hype. It's stronger than a 1080, 1070, 1080 Ti. Stronger than, I just heard so much hype, 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 hype. Now comes the release month of the Xbox One X. How the hell did this motherfucker did not win MPD? Right.
Sony outsmarted him, dude. Sony outsmarted him. I think Microsoft thought they had it in the bag. They waited to November 23rd to drop the 189 price point, and Sony dropped the 199. Look,
but let me jump in real quick. Look, I see a lot of people saying that Sony dropped a 199 price point, right? But Microsoft also dropped their S to 189 though.
I know, yeah.
It was later, wasn't it?
But it was the 23rd. What? But the simple fact of the matter is, this gen, in North America and worldwide, PlayStation is just a it's more in demand product. When Xbox was higher priced, people chose PlayStation. When they're the same price, people chose PlayStation. It's just the system people want. The only time Xbox gets any traction is when the Xbox is significantly lower in price. $10 ain't gonna do it, right? So my thinking was, okay, they'll get a bunch of hardcores rebuying, buying into the X, maybe 500,000, which I heard in the first 24 hours of the X sales, it completely outsold the Pro's first month. So, I mean, I think the X is going to do way better than the Pro, but more people just want a PlayStation. I think that's what some Xbox fans don't realize is that they're focused on power, but the reason PlayStation won this gen was a combination of factors. It was power, it was power, price, all that
compelling
stuff.
games, yeah.
And it was just the initial message of this is a gaming machine, right? A powerful gaming machine at an affordable price. Where Xbox's message was
entertainment,
TVs, movies, entertainment, connect, $500, and it's a worst performing machine.
Yeah, and and the DRM I think also bit them still even years later. To be honest,
I think it had
clout they can't get past.
I think it had an impact, but I honestly think the price. I think price is the most important thing. Like I think the $100 difference is
definitely the introduction. Like first impressions is everything. That set the tone for this generation. Whether people want to believe it or not, even though like what they said didn't come to pass, first impressions set the tone for this whole generation. Microsoft made a lot of mistakes early on. While PlayStation is pretty much, Microsoft's getting better. They're getting better. Definitely, they're on the right place, but it might be a little too late. That's the problem, though. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's a long game. It's about keeping people invested in your ecosystem. Sony started to talk about monthly active users and subscription services and all that stuff. J-Main was mentioning all the stuff that Xbox did. Xbox had its best November ever. For Xbox One. I mean, it sold anywhere between 1.3 million and 1.5. I mean, that's not slouch.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. So the X helped. The S helped. It's just Xbox fans, and I've known this from the very beginning, from 2013. Like the PlayStation is just more in demand. It is what it is. Yeah. People just gotta deal with that. PlayStation is the product that people recommend to their friends, and not necessarily Xbox. And the X wasn't really going to change anything. I don't really see people switching over for power because the PlayStation. Because now it's all about the exclusives. Like PlayStation has a killer lineup for next year. Xbox is gonna have has to have, because they can't have a worse year than this year, right? I mean, next year's got to be better.
All the games supposed to be out this year. It's coming out next year. So
yeah. I don't think like Xbox is in trouble or anything.
Yeah.
But, they took the L because I think Microsoft was confident that the initial X sales would prevent Sony from overtaking them, right? So they were confident that they could drop the price of the S on the 23rd and only have 3 days of sales for that versus Sony's 17th and having 9 days of sales of $199. So I think Microsoft kind of got a little overconfident there. And I think ultimately that probably was the deciding factor, because it sounds like from reports that they're pretty close. They're pretty similar in numbers. So
it wasn't a landslide. It definitely wasn't a landslide. I'm curious to see how it's gonna do next month when the X is already old news. You know what I'm saying? It's already old news.
Yeah, I wonder if PUBG is gonna do anything. Apparently, PUBG is already over.
Your initial sales of the X is not gonna be there no more. People going out to buy this console right now. We're gonna really
the question you got to ask yourself is PUBG going to push sales of console? Because just judging from the leaderboard,
more frames at a time.
I mean, let me just say, just judging from the leaderboard, it's already over 1 million copies sold in 2 days. So I mean, there is some hype there.
What you say?
The leaderboards. There's a million.
I'm the leaderboard on PUBG.
People.
So I played the game.
Copies out there.
Halo Gears of Forza.
Wait,
there's more. There's more than a million. Like when I played earlier today solo, because I only played 10 minutes in solo, I was ranked 800,000 on just the North American server. There's also the European server. So
it's definitely a weird fucking game to see on a console, to be honest. And it's even weirder to see a game that's early access on a console, because that's the one thing I've always hated.
It's not the first early access game preview game.
No, it's not.
It has a retail box also to it in GameStop too.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's one of the more marquee titles you're going to see in early access. And the one thing I've always hated about PC gaming is the fact that early access is so prominent, and to see it come to console has actually been something I really never wanted to happen, because that was the one thing that people who play on console really have is once that game is done, then it is done. And I'm not dealing with an early access product. Now you're starting to get a lot of the bleed come over, and honestly, that game even on PC is still not worth $30 if you're dealing with all of those issues, and it's definitely not worth $30 when you're dealing with 12 FPS or 4 FPS, and it's just crazy to me.
Well, okay, for this game having legs on Xbox, I think it's gonna have legs on Xbox. You know, I think some people are gonna fall off because of maybe performance issues. Because I know, like my boy Los, he got the game, he was extremely hyped for it. He started playing it, and I think he even got a refund for the game because
he refunded.
Yeah, because the game wasn't running well. So that's what I was worried about when this game was coming to the X. That its performance issues might turn some people off. Clearly, some people are completely turned off. Look at Solid Rev. Look at like I said, Lowe's, and there's other people as well. But a lot of people like Ran are having fun with it too. So we'll see how much legs this game has on Xbox. I'm pretty sure it's already really successful on the Xbox, really successful on PC. Has a lot of hype around it. So we won't see what it does. As for people going out to buy Xboxes to play PUBG, I don't know. Right? Do you think people are actually going to buy Xbox to actually play this game?
I don't think so, but I don't know. I mean, like the leaderboard numbers, speak for themselves. I mean, if it's already over 1 million in 2 days, there's some like discussion to be had about that game. I mean, hell, it might be the best selling Xbox. Well, it's not even.
Yeah, but that's not it's just unique players, the like unique sales.
No, I mean, I guess you could say people game sharing or whatever, but there's no free trial for the game yet, so there aren't any like Or
Xbox gamers are just going out to support this game right now.
I mean, yeah, it runs like, it runs like crap. Like I have the X, right? It runs like crap on it. But I don't know, man. It's a lot of fun to play. Like with my dudes. Like I played all last night and the day before. I'm gonna play it later on tonight. And I'm thinking about playing PUBG right now. It's got a hold of me, Like I don't know what to say. Like, yeah, it runs like shit, but I have fun playing.
You're having fun with it, yeah.
How's the controls on that? Because I saw Rev just putting up some videos. Like, it looks bad. I don't know. Like,
so
controls are sluggish.
Yeah, and the X button does everything. So you tap X to open a door, but you hold X to reload. You tap the left trigger.
X reload?
Yeah. But you have to hold it, right? So it's like a pause. And then like to aim third person, you hold it. To aim down iron sights, you tap the left trigger.
Yeah, I was always confused about that game, playing it on PC, because obviously PC gamers been playing this shit. So,
but it's like on PC, you got a whole keyboard
to a controller, because it didn't really look, especially like the inventory menu and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It seemed to like be made for a mouse and keyboard. Like it seems like it's made for it.
Wait, can't you change the controls on Xbox One?
I mean, I turned down the dead zone because the dead zone is defaulted to 10, which is ridiculous. So I turned the dead zone down to 0. I screwed around with the sensitivity. Like I turned the aiming up to 10. I turned the like scope aiming down to 1, and it seems to, at least for me, that's like I'm doing much better with the handling. But yeah, the dead zone's like defaulted to 10 immediately. So I don't know. Maybe a lot of people are having issues there. But yeah, it doesn't control well, and it's very sluggish. But I mean, the thing is with console, everybody else is also dealing with those same problems, right? So it's like some of the firefights can be kind of weird.
Yeah, I've seen some clips. Some people just missing each other like crazy.
That's funny.
Yeah,
and also, it was confirmed online too that when you plug in a keyboard, you can actually get to the graphical settings and the controller settings.
Take that out just now.
But what I was thinking was maybe it's not even an actual like console version. I'm wondering if it's just like a straight PC port of a version.
That keyboard works for every game, by the way.
It works for every game?
Yeah, but I mean, it just some games disable it and won't have it show up. But you can
play a weird thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's an early access game. I mean, they probably waited as long as they could to get it out this year. I mean, it's December 12th, right? They probably like, we want this game out this year, and it's in the state it's in. There's talk that the Gears of War developer, the Coalition, was helping with it. There's talk that, and I know for a fact the ATG group was helping develop that game, which is Microsoft's like ninjas. They're software ninjas. The ones they sent to Blizzard to get Diablo 3 to 1080p. The ones they sent to Bungie to get. Remember when Destiny 1 was going to be 900p? Well, they sent their HDD group to Bungie, and they got that game up to 1080p. Like, those are, the ninjas at Microsoft, and they were working on this game. So it goes to show you, like, there's a lot of work to be had, like, because it doesn't run very well. And I see people damage controlling it by saying that it's a build from March, but that's weird because vaulting's in it.
Yeah, got
The new UI is like the new UI that's like 2 weeks old is in it. The new weapons are in it. Like, I've been playing with my buddy who has 400 hours on the PC version. He's like, no, dude, like, this build is at most two months old, but it's probably like a month old. But I see people damage come like, oh, it's a build from March. I'm like, I don't think so.
The complete game, because the game is about to be finished on PC.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know when it'll be finished on Xbox. Whenever it finishes on Xbox, you could look at it like this: we're probably testing this game for PlayStation. Like when it finishes on Xbox,
it's probably gonna run like shit on PlayStation 2. So I don't know why PlayStation fans are celebrating this shit. This shit gonna probably run like shit on PlayStation 2. But by the time it hits PlayStation, at least it'll be better, like optimized, for consoles.
Better than it is now.
I can't wait to see Jack stream it. Then come on, Jack.
Oh man,
I know Jack's looking forward to that.
He's played it on his laptop. Remember?
Yeah, I played it before. They ain't no good with that control on PC though, man. You gonna get scraped.
You gotta get that mouse and keyboard, man.
I had to put that shit down, bro. I couldn't deal with it.
Yeah, that's why I went like when you said Rand that like everybody's playing with the controller on Xbox, so it's like on the even playing field. On PC, don't even try it.
Yeah, there's no way this game could be ever cross-play with PC.
Never. You get smoked.
Yeah, never.
No way.
And dude, what's funny is how the heck did PlayerUnknown say this game was 60 frames? Did he not ever play it? Or something?
Let's talk
because
about
like Jesus.
There's no way.
Thanks for bringing that up because we seen an article a couple of weeks ago or last week maybe, or maybe even this week. I don't remember.
Nah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
It was 2 weeks ago. All right, good. I don't remember yet. Basically, the developer or a developer from PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds came out and said that the Xbox One X version is 60 frames per second. And everybody went crazy. All the Xbox fanatics partied it up. They were turning up. They were going absolutely insane. And
they were like 6 flops, baby.
The next day, the developer comes back and says, let me clarify. This shit's 30 frames per second across all Xbox One platforms.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he sounded so sure of himself when he said it was going to be 60, right? So that nigga probably didn't even know what the fuck he was talking about, right? He sounded so
drunk.
sure of himself. So when he came out the next day saying it's going to be 30 on all platforms, the first thing everybody screamed, even including myself, right? Parody. This is probably parody because, they don't want to pit 30 frames per second players on the Xbox One X against 60 frames per second players against the Xbox One X. So we all scream parity. Now the game comes out. The X is dropping to 4 frames per second in some instances. 15 frames per second, sub 30 frames per second. So was this game ever running at 60 frames per second?
In their dreams.
Maybe not at 4K.
That's probably low textures.
That's their biggest problem.
You're right. Maybe not at 4K.
Why is this game in 4K? So like I said to Alex,
that's what I said in my stream last time too. This game should be honestly 1080p even on the Xbox One X, so you can at least get better performance.
Nobody cares about the visuals in this game. Period.
Yeah, it's not like
it doesn't look that good, regardless.
But the thing, I think personally, like J-Main said, I think for it to run anywhere close to 60 frames, they probably would have had to make it look like extremely terrible. They were like, we can't do this, bro. Like, we've just got people to buy this goddamn X. This one of the games we was promoting with it. It's got to be at least like medium goddamn textures, or this shit gonna look like. I've seen it at the lowest of low texture. You ain't even got foliage and all that shit. They wasn't finna put that out, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is on the X. It's medium. I think it's very low on the S.
Yeah,
it's crazy what like. See, I feel like Microsoft made a little bit of mistake with the X, advertising the X. They kind of backed themselves into a corner a little bit. Rand, you feel?
But it's up to the developers though, too. You know what I'm saying? They always
facts.
I mean, who's this really on? Microsoft? Like
Microsoft.
I give Microsoft, I'll critique them because they don't really advertise their games a lot. Well, they didn't have a lot to advertise this year. And the one time they get a game, the biggest game of the year, they advertise it extremely well. And it's like, now we're talking about they shouldn't have advertised it because of the state it was in. Like, I don't know who's more to blame here. I would say it's more on Bluehole because it is their game after all, right?
Mm-hmm.
they're the developer of the game. Microsoft's publishing it. So they're the ones who are developing the game, not Microsoft.
I'm just saying for like this whole 4K thing. You think it's a smart idea, like I don't know. I feel like
as what compared to like 60, like they
just like the 4K, because it seems like every game that's not 4K is being pointed out. You know,
but like that's what they sell. It's like TVs at Best Buys. It's 4K. Like it's just a marketing thing, man. Like that's like the buzzword, the 4K texture assets, the 4K. Because that's what I see now. It's like, the Pro doesn't have 4K texture assets, right?
You know what? Yeah, the casuals probably don't even know the difference or give a fuck. Us hardcore are probably the ones just paying attention to that shit anyways. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, look, PUBG, if you want a solid experience and you have an Xbox, I mean, if you don't have anybody to play with, I would recommend not getting it until it's finished. But if you have friends that are willing to play it with you, I think it's a great time.
The game is boring solo. It really is boring solo. Can't stand it solo. It's a lot more fun when you have people to play with PUBG when you're partied up.
I mean, that's really like Gears too, right? Gears is also fun, like we were having the other night if it doesn't crash. Same with like CSGO, same with Dota. All those games are fun when you have a team, when you're working together. When you're playing solo, it's like playing a pickup game of basketball. You can have a great time or a horrible time.
Like I was playing a match by myself. I was laying it. Like I dropped somewhere nice. So I got all my gear and I was just laying in the bush for like fucking 10 minutes. Dog. Just in the bush for like 10, until each circle closed.
Alex.
What is that?
That's building a Lego set. What's
I thought he was working at a card table.
Boy back there ripping Beyblade.
A card table.
Motherfucker doing blackjack right now.
What's going on?
Alex, not our Alex, but.
So when do you think this game's coming to PlayStation? 6 months, a year?
I give it a year.
2018 for sure.
I give it 6 months.
It's got to leave out early access first. And a game like this is one of them games where they can finesse that early access for years on end. So
wait, you saying Xbox early access? Because
no,
game preview.
Well, you technically don't have to leave PC early access. I guess I have to leave Xbox early access. Yeah,
because they had the PC version leaving early access like next week.
What?
The 22nd. The 22nd is the 1.0 launch for PUBG.
Oh, real shit? Oh, I know
already.
Yeah, but from what I was reading, they just don't have any developers. Like it's just like everybody's focused on the PC version, and then the Xbox version. There's like nobody for a PS4 version. So the idea is Microsoft's going to be
really focusing on the PC version right now because that's where like most of their player base is right now.
Well, right, but the idea is Microsoft going to be okay basically funding the development of the PlayStation version because that's what they're going to do is when the Xbox version finishes in game preview and is a final product, they're going to try to port that version over to PlayStation, but then it's like, who owns the code at that point? It's Microsoft published game. Do they retain the rights to it? Does Sony would then have to publish that version and then have them make their own version of the game? It's going to be pretty interesting because
maybe Microsoft just wants to have the game first, so that it's synonymous with them. You know what I mean?
Well, they did try buying Bluehole, by the way.
PlayStation do got devs that well, there's a couple of games they made like Borderlands 2 on the Vita. That game didn't run well neither, but like.
Microsoft tried buying Bluehole for real?
Yeah, they tried buying them. So did Tencent. So did a whole bunch of other. I mean, they have the hottest IP right now. I mean, who wouldn't want to try to buy them?
Man, Microsoft, man.
Well, Bluehole probably didn't want to.
I mean, that wouldn't be no bad acquisition.
You think so? You think so? That would be a good buy.
They got PUBG. That's a lot of money.
It reminds me of the Minecraft purchase.
That's like a Minecraft deal. All right, I guess so. I don't know, man.
That'd have been a good look for them.
Can we give a shout out to the mods real quick? They're handling these people are spoiling Star Wars in our chat.
What? They're spoiled. Oh my god!
Yeah, ridiculous. Don't look at the chat.
Don't look at the chat. Then.
Let me go read it. I don't care about Star Wars. Let me see.
Shout out to the mods.
Hey, stay the spoiling for Weapon Wheel, fam. We ain't doing that.
We ain't even talking movies. What's going on around here?
I know.
That's crazy. Don't be a dickhead in the chat, man.
Oh man, y'all like shit, man. I'm reading this shit.
We're saying unban him to ban him again.
Y'all try, man. That's mean, bro.
I told Alex this yesterday. I'm joining the master race.
Wait, no, I was gonna say the surprise.
Oh, well, I was gonna say
I heard about that.
I'm gonna have to see what PUBG's like.
Randall Thor has ascended.
Yeah.
You gonna learn keyboard and mouse?
I was just about to answer.
I bought a PC pre-built. Alex said it's a
Wow.
beast. It's,
I'm not happy about,
yeah,
but it's,
but I priced
GPU
that,
again?
man.
I think you told me. What's your GPU?
Well, no, I upgraded. I got a 1080
Yo,
with
he ain't gonna look at his Xbox again, dog.
with an
I
i
was gonna
with an
say-
i7 7700K processor. So Alex was like, "Dude, what the heck?" It's like,
I told him, I was like, why'd you buy this? And I was like, what?
See, you know what? Alex is just mad because he's on that peasant level. Don't mind him. He did good. I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
Boy, here comes Kofi. The guy who's probably going to buy the Titan V is talking about peasantry.
Nah, I'm buying that next. As soon as that new GPU drop, whatever 80 version, I'm copping.
Why don't you just sell me your TI when the new one comes out, and I'll buy that one?
Hey, Windows Store don't give a damn what graphics card you
Exactly.
got.
Exactly.
Yo, Rand, man, look, hook up that PC to your TV, man.
No, get a 144 hertz monitor
Hook
at
up that TV
1440p.
and play some games in native 4K max settings with that TI, and tell me what you think.
well, I'm not like the TV's across the room where the Xbox is. So
Yeah, we gotta get Rand.
So
Get you a monitor.
He needs a monitor.
He needs a
Yeah, I
monitor.
need to
He
get-
needs
I
a
need to get-
nice.
yeah, I need
What
to
monitor you
refresh rate
getting?
monitor.
Because look, if you're gonna get a 1080p monitor, you just wasted your money buying a 1080.
Yeah.
Well, I
Money.
would need a dual. I was gonna buy
you-
one, like a 1080p one right now, and then next year when I buy a bigger desk because this one is old and I don't have. I want to do dual monitors, so I can have a 1080p one plus, like a brand new 4K one.
So I have dual
that's the
monitors
plan.
right now, and I have what's called a BenQ, but they're called Zoe now. It's a 144 hertz 1080. It's like $200. I think Kofi has you have the Acer or the Asus, which
You have an Acer Predator.
Acer Predator. That's the same
1440p
one.
G-Sync.
the same one that
IP.
that Visions has, and you can overclock that to 165 hertz.
165 hertz. Yeah, that's why I
So,
play Gears on.
so honestly, Rand, with the 1080, I think you should go 1440p at 144 FPS, and then lose your goddamn mind.
No, yeah,
Because
me and
for
Ray will
real-
talk about monitors later. Yeah, I'll tell him. I'll give him some suggestions.
Because for real, 144 is a game changer. It is like the mouse just is totally different, and if you add raw input, you're never gonna go back to a controller ever again. It's just
I don't think Rand has seen a game run higher than 60 frames per second.
no, I don't think he has either.
You
No.
don't see a difference.
You will notice a
haven't.
huge difference.
You know, like you hear all these PC guys talking about over 100 frames, and console guys like, yeah, all I need is 60. Once you see like a game running over 100 frames, you'll know what we talking about.
That's why I'm scared to get that one for that.
no,
what
Jamie,
we're
you need
talking
that
about.
144. Go get a Zoe.
But what's them 30 frame per second console games gonna look like when I go back for God of War and stuff like that?
Terrible.
I
You're
know.
gonna be like,
that's
why?
what I'm
Like,
saying.
why?
My buddy who has a 400 hours into PUBG, right? Who has a really killer PC. He said it was going from PC to console because he wanted to play with us. Was like going from heaven to hell.
It's probably
That's what he
trash.
said.
Yeah,
Going
it's
from heaven to hell.
really bad.
I can't even imagine. Like I play PUBG over 100 and like I average around like from 100 to 120 frames per second in PUBG at 1440 max settings, right? The lowest it drops, the sequences where the plane sequences where like it drops on Xbox low. When mine drops to 80 frames per second, like around them times. So that's not even bad itself. But once gameplay starts, I get like 100 to 120 frames per second.
I'm gonna have to agree with
I can't
Kofi.
imagine hopping on Xbox and playing it there at like sub 30
Yeah.
and 25
Sub
frames. It'll be
30.
terrible.
Also,
Terrible.
Rand, I think the first game you should probably play at 144 is Doom.
Doom, huh?
Yeah, I really think that's going to be one of the first games you should play is a Doom at 144.
Oh shit, yo, Switch sold 10 million, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's old news. That's old news, bro.
We haven't had a podcast in a while though, man.
Yeah, man.
We haven't had
That
a
was
podcast.
what, yesterday?
in a while.
Consistency.
Yo,
Oh,
Switch
man.
sold 10 million. Jack, what do you think, man? Switch gang?
Absolutely not. But I mean, they doing good, man. Shit.
Yo,
Tell
so
BG
the Switch is officially sold more than the Sega Dreamcast, I believe.
Oh wow. It's definitely gonna do better than the fucking Wii U. That's
It's about to
Oh, yeah.
upsell
It's gonna
the Wii
catch
U
it
in
already.
its first year. In its first
Yeah.
year, is gonna
A
surpass
couple more
the Wii
months,
U.
it'll pass it. I just want to see BG throw that PS4. I'm waiting for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Honestly, if BG admit that, if he just admits his L, then I'll be like, don't throw it, dog. Just admit your L, then don't throw it. But
When have you ever had BG admit anything?
yeah, you're right. You're right.
So that PS4 is flying out that window.
Put some pillows down there or
Put
something.
some pillows down there. Have somebody down there to catch it.
Trampoline.
Yeah, so that's it for Nintendo.
I definitely didn't see
from
the
what they
Switch
come
doing
from,
10
what they
million
came from, I mean,
this fast.
what they came from, the Wii U to this. So I'm glad to see Nintendo do good and strive. So that's good.
A lot of people are predicting that the support from third parties will increase because once they hit like 10 million, I guess that that's like the magic number.
Yeah, especially that fast.
So yeah, that fast.
J-Main believes that the Switch will overtake the Xbox One lifetime sales when it's all said and done.
Oh,
Ryan, what do you think?
Me?
I mean, if it keeps up with that, it will. I mean,
do you see it though?
Yeah, by 2020, sure.
No.
So what do y'all predict the Xbox is at right now?
Yeah, that's another good question.
Like half
35?
PS4.
Yeah,
Half of PS4, maybe?
So
close to 40, if not 40, something like that.
Okay, so they project the Switch to be at like what 14 by March, and that's almost
1 year.
almost like half if it's at 40 million by then. So and that's in
Like,
1 year.
If it's on at this rate to continuing on, yeah, it's definitely gonna catch it. But I don't.
And why wouldn't it though, Jack?
We gotta see what this next year lineup looking like, though, man.
But Pokemon
January,
is
we're
coming.
gonna see January. But so far, though, like the lineup, what's announced so far, it looks promising to me. I don't know if you're a Nintendo fan or like Nintendo games. So far, the lineup don't even look bad
At all. This is one of the best first years, and then they still
Second
got
year's not even bad. Look, it's already confirmed Fire Emblem, Yoshi, Kirby. We got Bayonetta, like
Shimigami.
Pokemon game.
If they get
so this is
Pokemon
without the
Smash
January.
out,
This is without the January direct as well to announce more games. So I think I think Nintendo's gonna have another strong year. Next year gonna be strong too.
If Pokemon come out next year, fam.
How about Smash port come out next year?
Smash 2, yeah.
Smash port come out next year. Even if it's just a Wii U port with like more characters and shit, that will do numbers, bro. And other news came out. What was it like? What did Reggie come on and say again, J-Man, about like the first party games or some shit like that?
Zelda, Mario Odyssey, and Mario Kart 8 already went on to sell 5 million.
Wow.
And, each. And Splatoon
over 5 million.
Like 2.5.
So that's what those few games have already done half of what the install base is.
Yeah, 50% attach rate
or more. He said 5. He said what did they say? 50%. 50% the attach rate. And more though, because we know Zelda's definitely more than 5 million.
Yeah, I was gonna say Zelda's higher.
Zelda's higher.
That's crazy when you think
that is unreal.
Crazy.
Niggas are buying games. A 50% attach rate.
That is niggas are buying games.
But you know, people will just say, "Oh, there's not enough to play." They're hanging on to these games.
But when you look at the release list of what we had what, a game a month on the Switch?
Pretty much,
yeah, major games.
That's still a game a month. You weren't having that on the PS4 or the Xbox One, I don't think, for a while.
Especially not the first year.
Yeah.
Especially
so pretty bad.
The first year. Well, like niggas
those numbers are like Halo 3 numbers.
It's been a good first year. Like
remember when Halo 3
was just a minute, bro. It's just been a good
when Halo 3 was doing like a 50% attach rate too or more.
I mean, and that was when Halo was king. It just goes to show you, it's like the Nintendo fans, they buy Nintendo games and like they buy those up, you know. That was, but I mean, always the thing with Nintendo was that like third-party games didn't sell, right?
Yeah, that's a shame because if they did, and if that console was like made for third-party as well as Nintendo's first party, that would be a dominating machine.
It would.
But guess what? Like third party so far actually been doing pretty well on the Switch.
And Doom seemed to sell pretty well on a Switch. It was like number 8.
30.
Dude, did you?
Yeah, selling like triple.
J-Main, did you
Xbox and Steam is doing?
Did you read the top 10 PS4 and top 10 Xbox games?
Yeah.
Did you read that list
for NPD.
Yeah, read that
let's
list.
talk about that and close on that.
See that.
All right. So for PS4, number 1 was Call of Duty World War II. Then go Star Wars Battlefront, Assassin's Creed Origins, NBA 2K18, Madden 18, FIFA, Need for Speed Payback. Need for Speed Payback was number 7. Destiny 2, the Immortal Grand Theft Auto 5, and Wolfenstein 2. For Switch, oh goddamn. Mario Odyssey was 1. Number 2 was Mario Kart 8. Number 3 was Breath of the Wild. Number 4 was Skyrim. Number 5 was Splatoon. Number 6 was Mario Rabbids. 7 was Sonic Forces. Doom was number 8. Pokken was 9. And Just Dance 2018, shout out to Kid Smooth, was number 10.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but the Xbox list, read that
one.
Xbox.
All right. Xbox, number 1, Call of Duty. Number 2, Battlefront. Number 3, Assassin's Creed. Number 4, 2K. Number 5, NFL 8, Madden. Number 6, FIFA. Number 7, Need for Speed. Number 8, Destiny 2. Number 9, Forza. And number 10, Shadow of War.
It's the same list as the PS4.
Basically the same list, yeah. Besides Forza.
Usual suspects, man.
Yeah. And you know, okay, let's just end on this topic. I need to get the fuck out of here, man. Star Wars Battlefront 2. Remember all those people on Twitter posting pictures? Ha 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 ha! Black Friday, the game's not selling. The game's not selling. No one's buying the game. Ha ha ha! Look, 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 look. All these copies are bought, but Star Wars is still on the shelves. My nigga. Star Wars Battlefront 2 is number 2. Number 2. So what happened to all the niggas out here boycotting? What happened? That's my question for y'all. What happened?
I don't know, man. I didn't buy it. So don't look at me.
I didn't buy it either.
I heard it's still flop though.
It is still a flop. Yes.
Worse than what the first.
Yeah, I think it's. I heard 800,000.
They are still doing. EA has financially had a loss because of Star Wars Battlefront 2. It's been.
I'm just trying to figure out how it's a number 2 though.
It definitely. I mean, it's sold, but I don't think it did. Like Is it true that COD is the top selling game of the year already?
Again,
bro, that's crazy. Now that's another thing when you talk
how
about.
is COD still selling?
That's what I'm saying. Every year people are done with COD, and it's still the top selling game this year, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like niggas just be talking. Niggas just be talking. Like they just be talking.
It's like having that fucking girlfriend where you're like, okay, maybe she's not crazy this year. Maybe this year will be different. Maybe this year will be okay.
Bro, this is ridiculous.
It's the best-selling COD since Black Ops 2 back in 2012.
Major problems in the multiplayer right now.
Boots on the ground.
So the moral of the story is gamers ain't really what they claim to be about. They say they're not going to support something, they go and buy the shit.
Yeah, Call of Duty. They talk so much shit about that every year. It's trash, but it's always the best-selling game. All that talk about Battlefront 2.
Yeah, it's still copping. Shit,
holiday season, you usually get the usual suspects, and with Assassin's Creed being back, it's back to normal with Call of Duty. A dice game,
the latest COD, yeah.
Assassin's Creed, and
I'm surprised Need for Speed was on both of the lists. Like, what
I'm not playing a first-person shooter like
they pay them
for a really long time.
I was wondering where GT Sport was.
Oh, that wasn't on there. Oh, shit.
It wasn't on there.
Somewhere
shade. That's shade.
Man, well, that's NPD. Nah, that shit doing numbers in Europe. Ain't nobody fucking with it.
Well, VG charts. I mean, it's not reliable, but it said they did like 1 million first week. But
they said GT Sport is like the top selling PlayStation game in the UK this year.
On sleep.
Yeah.
Past all that shit.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap up the show today. It's been a long day for all of us.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to everybody who's watching live. Really, really do appreciate all y'all tuning in to the podcast. We're definitely gonna be back next week, talk more games with y'all. I'm gonna do the outros real quick. We're gonna start off with our guest, Alex number 2.
All right, Kofi, thank you for having me on. I do have a channel also. It's called Alex PSX. I met up with the Sony Sony Q&A tester through 1998 through 2001, and I might do a Q&A with him talking about how like the Twin Tower attacks affected gaming during that time period, what changes were made,
Interesting.
how other people in the industries, like music industry wise, and also like in the media industry. So look out for Q&As with those people, and I just like thank Kofi for having me on, and the rest of the guests too.
And my boy Ran.
Yo, it's always good to come on the Press Start podcast, even if Alex talks all the time, you know?
Always.
Oh, man.
Always.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Star Wars. Thank God I didn't get spoiled in the chat. Otherwise, I would have been mad. But
yeah, I didn't look at it.
I definitely read it. Good thing I don't give a fuck about Star Wars. Oh, man.
Me too. I read it too.
That shit funny, dog.
Bunch of jerks out there.
And J-Man, you want to do your outro?
Oh yeah, thanks again for the guest, Ran. Alex number 2 for coming through. Bars.
Definitely.
Yeah, I can check me out on my YouTube channel, JMay518. Same on Twitter. Follow me there. And yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully,
Yo, my boy J-Man has been going in lately with the videos, man.
Look at that! Look at that
2 days, 1 day.
consistency.
Yo, this boy is almost at 1,000 subscribers. Yo, go sub to my nigga J-Man.
Shout out to
Y'all know
J-Man.
J-Man mad cool out here. I don't know why you don't even have 1,000 subs already. This
Gas
video
me up,
better than
gas me
mine.
up.
He's a better speaker than me. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to go follow J-Man, man. Come on, man. Yeah, but go sub to J-Man for real, dog. He's almost at 1,000 subs. Yo, go show some love over there. His content's actually really good. His videos are really good. So go check him out over there.
Appreciate it.
That's the fam right there.
Oh, and one last thing.
What's up?
Weapon will stop ducking. You know.
Oh, we didn't even touch on that.
First it was that man BG, now Jimmy. Stop ducking. We got big gamers.
Oh yeah, Kobe.
We got small gamers, big talk when it comes to Weapon Wheel, fam.
Wow, shots fired. Man down.
Bad shots.
Let's go. It's gaming. Yo,
Okay, now, J-Man brought it up. Weapon Wheel man's looking a little spooky, bruh.
Looking very spooky.
Yo, Jack, your Weapon Wheel man's looking a little bit spooky, bruh.
This shit look like a ghost town, my boy. I don't know what the hell.
Bro, like, I don't know, man. Look, y'all have a lot of respect for being elite gamers at Weapon Wheel, man. But this ducking going on it's not looking correct, bro. This ducking going on is looking kind of spooky, bro.
That's all I'll say. Hard 8 won't smoke. BG won't smoke. Uncle Jimmy Smooth. I don't know what's going on with those fellas. So we gonna see what happens.
Uncle Jimmy.
Yo, I was really disappointed. Yo, look, because we on there's a Gears of War match happening between Press Start Podcast and Weapon Wheel Podcast. We're trying to just do something nice for the community. Just a friendly match. None of that serious. I don't know why people are trying to like
no drama.
Something so serious. Like we play with these niggas. Like I play with BG. Like I played with BG in Gears and Hard 8. I played with all of them before.
We were playing last night. So what's the deal?
It's nothing new. So I don't know why. I think Kid Smooth be about it, but it seems like Jimmy don't want to play.
Yeah, I don't know what Jimmy got.
I don't know, man.
Jimmy don't want no smoke.
Man, we just play.
Man.
Yeah, but we just play for fun, man. Tell that man Jimmy to play.
Nothing like that.
Because look, if Jimmy don't play, then we have to find a substitute.
And we picking if that happens.
One thing about Jimmy, though, I think y'all gonna have to do it like at night if y'all want Jimmy to play. Like,
well, I heard Kid Smooth don't get off till 7 either. So
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like around 7, something.
All right, so if that's the case, we can reschedule. Like we don't have to do on that. There's no like rush thing. Like reschedule it if anything. If not this Saturday, whenever all of them are available. Because I want it to be Press Start versus Weapon Wheel, not Weapon Wheel and
the Cloud Chasers
Press Start.
Outsiders.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I want it to be Press Start versus Weapon Wheel. That's like the whole point of it, not like fucking other people to jump in. So
shout out to the Cloud Chasers.
Oh my god.
So yeah, man. Weapon Wheel man, let's get it together, man. Let's play some games. We could do something else. We could do like Uncharted. I'm even though I don't play those type of games, I'm with it too. So we want to do Uncharted next.
Do I do have to buy a PS4?
Uncharted is easy.
Yeah, go on do that. Come on.
God damn it.
Go for the culture, dog.
Yeah, I'm down for that too. So.
But you know what? I'm not gonna beg for it like BG begs for stuff either. So
man.
So y'all chat, man. Go hit up Weapon Wheel. Tell them to get it together, man. And stop ducking, man. Go tell Jimmy to come play, man.
I'll let Jimmy, man.
Go and clip that when I said it. Send it to Jimmy, fam. Tell him Blanco sent you.
Cause we with it. We with it. Man. We ready.
He'll understand. He'll understand. He from Brooklyn. He'll understand.
Oh man.
Yo, Jack, want to do your outro?
Man, I don't know about that after all this trash talk going on, man. I appreciate everybody for watching, man.
Alex.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ono. It's Alex. It might just be my opinion, but I'm right.
Erica.
Yeah, it was a good show. I had a good time. Go tweet Uncle Jimmy. Go tell him. I gotta say this for public. I gotta say it again, right? He was talking reckless. He was saying he can't lose to a girl.
Ooh.
And then the same day I get my Xbox back, he don't want to play. So I don't know. I'm just doing the math. All right, go tweet Jimmy.
Man.
But let's make this happen, though. It'll be a good
Pull
time.
up podcast.
Man.
Podcast. That's what we got to change our name to, man.
That's pretty good.
Right, but But yeah, you guys, I have a video I'm working on for Lost Soul Aside. I played that at PSX. I'm going to talk about it. So look out for that. And I'll see you guys next week.
And our guest, Alex number 2. Did we already do you?
Yeah.
Pause. All right.
Don't pause it. Don't. No, Kofi, don't pause it.
All right, we out.
We
people,
gotta get
man.
out of here. Have a good night.
Bye,
for
guys.
watching, man. Please hit the like button. Really do appreciate it. If you're new here watching the podcast and you enjoy what you heard today, please subscribe. Please subscribe to my panel. I'm gonna have all the links in the description real soon. The podcast is also available on SoundCloud and iTunes. So go check it out over there as well too. Take it easy, people. We out.